Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
But tell me, Eddie, is that a rabbit in your pocket, or you're just happy to see me?
Welcome, everyone, and I do see your super chat, Gravy, and I'll get to it when I go through the chat. But yeah, we're talking a little bit about G20 in the back before we hit go live because we watched it today. So
we watched it together.
Oh, I meant to ask you. Did you love how they framed the dress and the sneakers in the Oval Office at the end? Basically.
Oh, we'll get to that. Oh, yeah.
I saw that. I was like, "You fucking kidding me?"
We'll get to that.
Yeah, but we watched G20 today, and it is amazingly bad. And I was telling Steph, basically, Anthony Starr plays a character named Rutledge, and we'll get into like all the details, basically. But like everything he says, most normal people would agree with. Most sane people would agree with if you when we go into the plot. But it's done in such a way to portray him as the villain, so that way we root for the fucking government.
Yeah, we're rooting for the government. Let's go.
Let's root for the government. So it's like, but anyway,
sign in that government-backed cryptocurrency.
Yeah. Oh my god, we'll get into that basically. Yeah. So it's like, it is bad. It is bad, and I guess bless her heart, Viola Davis did try. She's not like a bad actress. She's actually a good actress, but like there's no fucking saving this movie at all. Basically, it's like just about every chance this movie got was like, women, like basically women power, basically like, it's like I wasn't behind you, but now I'm like fully optimistic because I'll stand behind you and stupid shit like that. We'll get into it. But anyway, and I have some other articles. She pulled up a bunch of articles on her end. She's like, "Is it on your channel or mine?"
Listen. Today I was going to be like, okay, I'm going to be prepared.
Yeah.
I have time right now. I'm going to pull up all of these articles, put them all in different windows, different tabs. I'm going to be so prepared, right? So I was doing that today. I was doing that today for like 40 minutes. I was just like looking at all this, doing some research, pulling up different things. And then like it hit me like, wait a second. I think it's on Mars channel today. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on Mars. It's her birthday weekend. It's on Mars channel. And I was like, it's on your channel today.
Yeah, she like messages me. Is it on your channel or my channel? And it's like my channel. And she's like, so basically she tells me that she's been like finding articles for tonight. So I'm like, well, I have some articles, but what are the topics you pulled up? And I sent her like this huge Russian novel paragraph of topics, and I'm like, Jesus.
Sent her a huge novel of stuff that I found, and I was just like, I can just pull up I can just like save them, send them to you, whatever you want to do. It's this.
And she's like texts back after her stream. I was prepared.
I was prepared.
Like, yeah, you were
going to be prepared today. I didn't want to have like something else happen. And then like when we were done, wait, was it when we were done with the stream or during the stream? I can't remember when Disfruit told me that, but he was like, yes, it was on your, even I know it was on your channel last week. You were like, I'm so unprepared. I didn't pull up anything. And I was like, that's what motivated me to pull up all of these articles today. But then I was like, wait, it's not on my channel.
Yes. But anyway, she does have topics that we can talk about to include G20. But before I say hello to the chat, Steph, let everybody know where they can find you and all that fun stuff.
Well, you can find me on my YouTube channel, My Nerdy Home. And on Instagram and Twitter and on TikTok. I don't know. I'm thinking about posting stuff on TikTok. But like stuff that I post like on my YouTube channel. Not silly TikTok dances and cringe stuff. Like actual things. Or maybe reactions. I don't know. I was thinking about it. But TikTok might get, thrown in the can anyway. So
you were bringing up videos last week about the aftermath of
yeah,
I was going to see the Minecraft movie. Well, apparently even in Australia wasn't safe, basically, because like my girl tagged me in the video, basically, like this theater in Melbourne, I want to say, basically, like did the same thing. It's like, and then you have Regal Cinemas promoting like a special showing of Minecraft, and they're like, oh, like do this, and like, yeah, enjoy that aftermath.
Well, even the director of Minecraft talked about it, and I think Jack Black too. I need to pull that up because I completely forgot about that. But yeah, Jack Black even said something about all the craziness. I think he said something to the something like we have the best fans ever or something like that. It wasn't anything huge but yeah, they're well aware of things that are happening in the movie. Did y'all see the fireworks in India Minecraft? Okay, so that is a fake video. I saw that on TikTok when I was doing my Minecraft video, and I was like, wait a second, that doesn't look right because one, the movie that's playing in the background is not Minecraft, and two, a lot of the things that are happening, at the Minecraft movie, while that's happening in other countries as well, but most of the things that I've seen at least are in the States. So when I saw that, I was like, I don't know, because I actually bookmarked that because I was going to put that in my video, but then like I was inspecting it a little bit further, and yeah, that's actually a video from 2 years ago from like an Indian movie. It was like the third installment of some Indian movie. I can't remember what it's called, but that's not a response to the Minecraft movie. There were fireworks that were thrown in the theater of Minecraft, but it was just like one of those I don't even know.
Little popper things or whatever
like
you call it.
Popper thing that you threw it. You threw it and it, like, yeah. It was just one little thing. It doesn't even make a pop. It's just, it like shines like really bright and like that's it. That happened at a couple of theaters and I was just like, isn't that illegal? Isn't that illegal? So it was just one like firework, one quick firework thing, but it wasn't like all of that whole Tiger 3. Thank you, Trey. Yeah, that happened in India like 2 years ago at the showing of Tiger 3, all of those fireworks. So that's fake news. That wasn't at a Minecraft movie. But yeah, I saw that what is that? Keemstar's channel or Keemstar's Twitter, whatever the Twitter thing is. Mm-hmm. Not Keemstar's actual, but his company. Mm-hmm. What is it called?
I don't know. Lol Cow?
No, it's not Lol Cow.
I don't know. Like it might as well all be Lol Cow because it's all shit, basically. But...
It's what his Drama alert. Thank you. Gay ass drama alert. Yeah. I saw drama alert. Drama alert put that tweet out like fireworks in Minecraft. I'm like, dude, do y'all not do research? Like, damn.
No, they don't. Basically, that's like
what the heck?
That's why I said it's all shit because they don't do research. They just put it out for rage bait and clickbait. Basically, that's all they fucking do.
Yeah, that was super clickbait because like I saw that video 2-3 days ago whenever I did my Minecraft video. Mm-hmm. Or even before I did my Minecraft video, and I knew that was fake. So I was like, "Damn."
But anyway, when we get through the chat, and then we'll start talking. We'll start with G20 because we'll try to convince you guys to watch this amazingly bad film. I'm not even like the fact that I even called it a film is just shocking. But Gravy D's is happy birthday month, Hobbit. Yes, I celebrate my like birthday like the month like Hobbits do. Basically, they celebrate the entire month. So hello everyone. Conroy, what is happening? Yes, and I responded to Calix. Yeah, my birthday was the other day, but now we're doing kind of like a birthday talk nerdy stream because it's like,
hey, our birthdays are like a whole week. It's not a birthday, birth week,
pretty much.
Sometimes birth month, depending on who you are.
Yep. Or like like I said, I'm a Hobbit, so I celebrate like the entire month. It's my birth month.
Nice.
Jaluk, hello. Gigawatt, yeah, birthdays, multiple birthdays, birthday month, however you want to put it. Last talk is mail for $2. Hashtag support muff diving. Hashtag support landing strips. Yeah. There's a story behind that. I caught the end of Gronking, or I was like had it like muted kind of on my screen here while I was watching G20 on this screen, and I saw today's recommendation, so I know where that is coming from. Last toxic mail. James, hello. Thank you for the birthday message. Trey, what is up? Trey was my Chad bitch for my birthday stream where he played Repo.
Yeah. Oh my god, that stream was funny.
Yeah, he had to mute. Trey said he had to mute himself because he was laughing too hard.
I still can't believe that I walked into the bomb.
Yeah, you walked right over the mine. I'm like my character. Like here,
we should pull it out. Here, let's pull it out.
Yeah, because I'm like watching this. Because it's from my perspective, basically. So I'm looking at this mine thing. How am I gonna get around this mine without it, like electrocuting myself? And I see Steph going right over the mine. And I'm like, well, that works. She was the proverbial canary that they would send into mines to make sure that there was no toxic gases.
That was so funny because like I rewatched it because I was like, when did they even put that there? Right? I rewatched it and like you saw the beeping thing, and once it turned red, you stopped.
Yeah, I stopped and I was like, oh shit.
And you just see me with coming behind you. Here, I found it.
And then Dipper was like, you have no self-preservation skills whatsoever.
I don't. Everybody knows I don't.
Here it is, chat. So, anyway.
Careful with that mine.
Stabbed. Because I just stood there waiting for it, and I just saw Steph run right over it. I was like, yeah.
Don't worry. Whatever definitely stay it is.
She just ran right over it. I'm seeing like the red go off, the red beeping, and I'm like, it was just perfect.
I didn't even know what that was.
It's a bear trap. It's like you walked over it was.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was.
I play it again. Play. See, chat looks like a bear trap.
I was laughing because I like let off a bomb and I thought it hit someone and it didn't. I was just like,
no, I
said walking back to the van.
I said I was waiting for it to go off, and then Steph just trots right over it. I'm like, waiting for it to go off.
Yeah,
so I stop and stare at it. Watch.
See that explosion? I set that off, so I was laughing at that.
Yeah,
because I thought it hit someone.
Yeah, and then I saw the red there, so I stop and I wait.
You even see her face. She's just like, nope. Like, God damn it! How am I gonna get over that?
That's why I was like, how am I gonna get around this?
Yeah.
Watch this, chat again. If you missed it, watch this. Here's the canary coming. Someone at some point is gonna have to clip that because I just stood there waiting for it, and I just saw Steph run right over it. I was like, yeah.
Don't worry. Whatever
Man.
it is, that's definitely stay it.
It was full yeet.
It was just perfect. Oh. Calman, I know you're in the chat. If I send you the link, can you jump in real fast to show Steph the clips you have so far?
Oh my god!
Because Calman was showing us some of the clips he was putting, because he's putting together like clips because he was recording it on his side, and he showed us a couple basically. So
Did he have the one in there where I was like, "Look into my eyes, Calman, just look into my eyes"?
I know he might when he was showing us a couple. So Calman, if you're free, I can send you the StreamYard link.
Me and Cowman were hiding underneath a chair, and I was like, "Don't look at it! Don't look at it! Look at me!" But when you're under the chair in Repo, it looks hilarious because like your mouths are moving every time you talk.
Yeah,
but you're just ahead. So it
looks like
don't look at
it. This is so fucking hilarious. Okay, I'll send you the link.
It's so funny. This game is hilarious.
Okay, I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send it through. See if I can send it through Discord. Hold on, and then I'll get back to saying hello to the chat. You open up Discord real fast. But this was just the clips he was showing, were just fucking hilarious. Okay, you should have a comment. But anyway, so I see Tommy Doyle. What is up, Daniel Stewart? Good to see you. Cappy Nova. Hello. If I miss anyone, I do apologize because I'm trying to like go through, make sure I don't miss anyone. Metal Mania all the way. Hello. Like I said, I celebrate my birthday throughout the entire month. $5 super chat from Last Toxic Mail. Shout out to all the ladies getting that muff dived on except Rachel Ziegler, because she probably got a muff that looks like Mazda's scrotum. I mean beard. Actually, last Dr. Mail, I think Rachel Ziegler has the Y chromosome that Mazda's missing. Pretty much, I would say that. Anthony Way, hello. So, and I saw this, yeah, late in G20 Director's Cut. We will get into G20, ladies and gentlemen. We will get into G20. Cyberpal, hello. Yes, we're gonna party. Soul Assassin, what is up? Terra Crystal, hello, hello. Mad Master Porky, what is up? Again, if I miss anyone, I do apologize. Psychotic Mongoose, hello. Let's see. Yeah, she was prepared. She listed me, sent me all the topics, and I was like, Jesus. This is my kick. That's where I do most of my gaming streams along with Twitch. I tried streaming from OBS to YouTube, and for some reason, it didn't show the thumbnail. It didn't didn't show on the prepared YouTube side, so I have no idea what happened. Let's see. CTJs. James, hello. Thank you so much. Let me scroll back up a second. Did I miss anyone? No. But thank you for the birthday wish. Let's see. Jarrell, hello. There's Calman. I sent you the StreamYard link through Discord, so I'm looking forward to see if you pop in. TJ Carr, what is up? What is up? Mike Hill, member message for 40 months. Thank you so much. Going to an early screening of The Accountant 2 on Tuesday. Yeah, I want to see that.
Oh, I'm excited for that movie. I love The Accountant.
And yeah, so I want to see that one in theaters.
So The Accountant actually popped up after G-Tony was over. I was like, I want to watch this one so bad.
I know. That's what popped up for me, and I was like...
It did?
It popped up for me, and I was like, crap. Hello, Cowman. So I will...
you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
It is I, the man of Cal.
The man of Cow.
I didn't have a proper avatar, so I just used my basic bitch profile picture.
Hi, hello.
Perfect.
So whenever you have it ready, but you chat, you will love this. Steph, you will love this. How long is Mara's birthday? I celebrate the whole month.
30 days. It's the whole month of April.
Yeah, I'm a hobbit. So.
And
Max, hello. Thank you so much. Happy everyone is here. Yeah, I put the WWE belt. I put the Buster sword on my back. Yeah, I'm on my character. Tommy, what is up? Good to see you. Or Tommy, I should say Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective, because there's Tommy Doyle. Good to see you. Making sure I don't miss anyone. This takes a while to get through.
I have a question. How do I share my screen on StreamYard?
If you go to present and then share screen, it'll give you the option for like a window, or which I think what you would share for your the program you use to edit your clips.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you so much. I keep telling Blake, Steph, that I look forward to the day where I can physically assault him on stream. I get to Australia. And the plan is to wear one of my cosplays and physically assault him on stream.
I'm sure he would love that.
Oh, yeah, he would.
Wouldn't
All
be.
right, so I have it pulled up. So this is something I'm working on. It's not really finished yet, but this will go up on my YouTube shorts whenever I am done. And also, Steph, I heard you talk about looking into your eyes with the big ass eyes. I do have that clip. I have yet to clip it yet because I have an entire recording to go through to clip out a lot of shit. So yeah. I have a lot of footage. So it will be included at some point. But this is what I'm working on now.
There's no volume. I'm not hearing anything, Cowman.
You're not hearing anything?
No.
What the fuck?
I think like, hold on. I think you have to click share audio for Windows. So when you click share screen, make sure to share audio, share a tab or a screen instead. Shoot. Okay, so you might not be able to. You might not be able to unless
give me an option to.
Yeah, it says right here when I go to Windows, it's to share audio, share a tab or a screen instead.
Okay, give me 1 second.
All right. It's
If you
StreamYard like
share-
that's the shit. Basically.
So if you share your entire screen, like if you full screen your editing program, then you'll be able to share the audio.
Entire screen.
Yeah.
So if you share
Like
your
full
entire
screen,
screen, and
like full
then
screen.
if you share your entire screen, under the bottom there, it has a little like clicky thing that says also share system audio. Then you should be able to do that as well.
Thank you, some Norwegian guy. Yeah, happy birthday
Did
month.
you just have to toggle that over? Did you toggle it over?
I think I did.
Okay.
Let me make sure. I'm gonna go ahead and press play, and if there's no audio, say something.
There's no audio.
Yeah.
Fuck! God damn it! Technical difficulties. Give me one
Yeah.
second. Okay. Let's see. Some screens let you share audio. Look for the share audio checkbox on the next window. Follow these steps to share a video with audio.
Let him cook.
Let them cook. Oh, there it is. I clicked it. I clicked the tab. Okay, we have audio. It better fucking work this time. Okay. And take 3 and action. I'm going.
Lost a hand.
Oi. I got $3,000. Pick this shit. Damn! Don't be running. Damn! Ah!
Stefan's driving the cart behind you. Turn around or you're gonna die.
Is she behind me? I'm trying to be very
Yes.
careful. Ah!
Oh no! I
And,
ruined that much money. I didn't know you were lifting stuff up.
Yeah, I had a damn $2,000 vase and I got ran over. and I had a $3,000 rhinoceros and I got ran over.
Oh no!
But Steph, I hope you don't mind the title.
What is woman driver? No, that's fine.
Women drivers.
Woman driver coming through. Beep beep. I saw this shirt the other day and I bought it. Look here, hold on.
So, but yeah, like he was showing us those clips last night, and he was like going through, and it's just the camera even showed the clip of him running into Disparu, and Disparu's trying to like put something in the cart.
Oh man, but yeah, I have a lot of
footage. Okay, I guess remove camera thing real fast, and then share this. Yeah.
Yeah, I bought that shirt the other day. So yes, woman driver.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's really good.
That's what I need. I'm going to take that picture, Steph. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to take that picture, and I'm going to put your face right on that mouse. I talked to Mara last night about a thumbnail idea that I had, and I was like, I want some kind of thumbnail with a car with Steph's face on it for the thumbnail, and that right there, I thank you because I'm going to take that now.
But Tyler was in the Discord chat, and he was like, I think Steph has something like that on her Instagram. And Calvin was like, she's in a car, and we're like, no, she's on a Segway. Like Trey's like, I steal it now.
I steal it now. I take.
So, but yeah,
that's good. That's really good. I didn't realize I was really, well, like I kind of knew.
Whatever the fuck it is, Tyler, I don't care.
Like, man, we're in Christ.
I kind of wrote it.
Anyway,
yeah, I didn't realize I was like not. I just thought that I was driving, like pushing it down the hallway. I didn't realize people were already picking stuff up. I didn't know where to go. I was just like, let's just go. Here we go.
Yeah, let's just go one more time.
I blame the group. Okay, no one else decided to get control of the cart, so I took the initiative.
Yeah, let's just go one more time again, real quick. Just go.
Lost a hand.
Oi. I got $3,000. Pick this shit. Damn! Don't be running. Damn! Ah!
You've got to be really careful when Stefan's driving the cart behind you. Turn around or you're going to die.
Is she behind me? I'm trying to be very
Yes.
careful. I just YouTube like car horror last night. I found that horror. I'm like, I'll take it. This works.
That's so good. Discourse just like, turn around or you're gonna die.
I'm trying to be really careful, and he's like just turning slowly. And he's like, and you see that.
I was just like, is she behind me?
Like -2. Now it's negative $2,000. Worth negative $2,000.
I didn't realize that's what I was doing. I was just, damn. Okay.
Oh my god! But yeah, so he's going through the stream on his end because he was recording everything. So he's like, I'm sure like he can get that clip of you running over the mine from his perspective, so you can like get a. It's like,
yeah, I'm actually looking for that clip right now. I don't know where the fuck it's at. I thought it was like at the beginning of the of the stream. I guess like near the end. I'm looking for it.
I wish I was recording my end because that was just such a funny stream.
That game is a trip when you're playing with people because the characters look so strange, and it is like Lethal Company, but I think it's like funnier because like when the characters talk, it's picking up your sound, so they're moving their mouths at the same time you're talking. And then when like you can like when you crouch, you're like just squishing yourself down underneath something, so when you talk, it looks even funnier. Yeah, so I'm imagining like Steph like big eyes, like look into my eyes,
look into my eyes.
I got that clip somewhere.
Cameron, the electrocuting thing, that's an hour in.
It's an hour in? Okay.
Yeah, it's an hour in. I was looking at Mara's stream.
Okay.
If you guys missed that stream, I'm sure it's still live, right? Public?
Yeah, it's still be.
It's public. It's public.
Yeah, public on my channel, so yeah.
Also, Steph, I just want to say how dare you for saying can man.
Cowman, I'm sorry.
There you go. Everybody always gets me and Can Man mixed up, and it drives me insane.
Cowman, my bad.
People will call Can Man Cowman, and people will call me Can Man. I'm like, what the fuck?
My bad. Sorry.
And I also blew myself up, yeah, because.
Nah, I love Can Man. He's my cousin.
Anyway, chat. Yeah, so Cameron, have you seen G20? You want to talk about that?
No, I have not. But I'm going to.
Well, if you don't want spoilers, leave now, forever hold your pieces. We're going to be breaking down the entire movie because Steph and I watched it today in all its amazingly bad glory.
It is fresh on my brain.
Yeah. Well, I am going to be watching the like your guys' review of it regardless. So, but I will take off. Sure. You guys like have a good one and take care.
All right, see you, Cameron.
Boy.
But don't worry, Trey. We'll go through pretty much the entire plot, so you can watch it suffer vicariously through us. Basically, we watched G20, and we were like message each other back and forth, like, "Oh my god,
yeah,
this joke." Now we have this joke. But anyway, the start of the movie is you don't even know who this woman is. Basically. You don't even know who this woman is or like what like her ties are or anything like that. But she has this crypto wallet that she's pretty much selling, or like it's like she's like it's like finding a buyer or whatever. And she goes into this church. It's in Hungary. It was in Hungary, right? I can't remember.
I have no idea.
But she goes into this church and she's talking to this guy, basically, like I guess like a contact for the crypto wallet. And to be honest, chat, I tuned out of their conversation basically, but whatever he said upset her, so she's like starts running off with the wallet, and she's subsequently chased.
Crypto wallet. It's a crypto wallet.
Well, I'm saying the crypto, but they know what I'm talking about basically. But she runs off with it. She's being chased by these guys.
Well, you have to say specifically because it plays a big part in this movie, Bara. You can't just say a wallet.
crypto cunt runs off with the crypto wallets, right? Okay, and she's being chased by all these dudes to include Anthony Starr. Okay, you're into help me here, Steph. Were you paying attention to the beginning? Because I could have sworn that Anthony Starr's character was in that church, and all of a sudden he's somewhere else. And I was like, wait a minute, how did he end up from here to here? Was I seeing shits? But anyway,
I gotta be honest.
Yeah,
I gotta be honest. I tuned out the first 5 minutes of the movie because it was already just going over my head. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know who was who. So I was just like, okay. So this girl.
They don't even set that up. You have no idea what her ties are to anything. She's just selling us the highest bidder or whatever, but black market style. So, but he kills her in this bar, and he does it in a way that makes it look like she's lying, lying like this on the table, and he steals the crypto wallets from her. Yeah, he kills her, kisses her on the cheek like he's her boyfriend. He comes in from behind, pretty much, and then he injects her with something that kills her, and he brings her a beer, and then he lays her down as if she's passed out by her beer, gives her a kiss, and leaves. Steals the crypto wallet. So he has a crypto wallet that's worth millions, I guess. 70 million, I believe. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, on that crypto wallet. So you would think that that's enough.
Yeah, I'd be happy on that. I'd be happy on that. I'd be more than happy on that, but no, it's not enough for him.
Yeah.
So fast forward a little bit, basically. Now we're Madam President scene, basically, and she's being awakened. And it's made to look like the way the scenes are cut. It's made to look like she's being awakened because of crypto cunts, basically. But that's what I thought.
I thought she was some government worker or whatever, and she's being woken up because it's going bad.
Undercover.
Yeah, she died or something like that. It's going bad. But no, the two scenes are playing side by side.
Yeah.
This scene with the crypto cunt has nothing to do with Madam President scene. Madam President scene ends up waking up because her daughter, her 17-year-old hacker daughter, slipped by the not special forces, the people that were assigned to protect her, Secret Service. Slipped by Secret Service. She completely fooled them because she's incredibly highly intelligent. And she went out and she did all of that to go out and get drunk. Yeah. So they found her, they brought her back home, and they woke up her mom.
Yeah. I do not have a PO box address, and so much appreciate the thoughts.
Oh,
but I don't have one, and even if I did, my bestie here would know that you'd have to pay $20 for that information at least, in super chats or more.
Oh no, $20 for your PO box?
Is it at least? So it's what?
Yeah, at least $20.
Yeah,
for her actual home address.
Oh, that's you can't afford that. Trust me. Anyway,
they bring the daughter back, and the mom's all mad. They end up taking her computer. They end up taking her everything. They took everything away from her, out of her room, so she can't hack anything anymore. They took it all away. She is blind now. And the daughter's rebelling. She hates her mom. She's like, oh my God, you keep me here trapped. It wasn't my idea for you to become president. I just want to do what I want to do. I'm almost 18.
Yeah.
I'm 4 months for being 18. And then you can't control me, Mom. I hate you, Mom.
Totally an adult. I don't think in the back of my head, no, your mom can still control you because you're not legally an adult until you're 21, technically. But so your mom can still control you. You're not officially an adult yet, child. So sit your ass down. And
she's really laying it into her mom and complaining like a child that she is totally an adult.
Totally an adult, yes. And she has a brother, basically. So they have a daughter. Anthony Anderson plays the husband, so they have a daughter and a son. I guess the son is the younger of the two, basically, and he's the good child because he didn't sneak out. But at the same time, he gets grounded too because he didn't wake up the parents who snitched on his sister because he saw her sneak out. So basically, it's
and he's a loser who has no friends.
Yeah, pretty much.
So now she is headed to the G20. And
Yeah.
for whatever reason, they have like this whole plot point that has to do with women's clothing and women's heels that are pretty much torture for women. They're torture devices. Women would rather be in sensible pantsuits than a dress. They would rather be in sneakers than high heels. And, you know, whoever invented all of that, how dare you, gender norms, gender, you know, different ways of dressing. I want to dress like this and be comfortable and still be appreciated, damn it.
Yeah, most designers are women, by the way, but like, you know, let's take it to the man by wanting to wear sneakers instead of high heels and pantsuits instead of dresses, basically. But yeah. So yeah, it's like the whole, and then like she walks out like in like the dress that was like picked out for her, and it has like, oh look, I have a cape.
Yeah, I have a superhero cape.
Yeah,
She said, I have a superhero cape, and then her husband's like, let's go save the world.
Yeah, save the world.
I'm not even joking.
I'm not even
joking. Yes.
The lines in here.
She's like, I have a superhero cape, and he's like, you got to go save the world.
Yeah, because basically the G20 summit is going to be held in South Africa. Of all fucking countries, it's going to be held in South Africa. Because the point is, these farmers don't have like, you know, like any access to banks.
Hold on, really quickly, Before that, when she's lecturing her daughter on, how wrong it was to sneak out, she tells her daughter, you know that I had to work twice as hard to get to where I am, and you're making it worse for me. How dare you go out? She's like made it all about herself, right? You made me look bad. So a little bit narcissistic there. Right? How dare you make stuff look bad on me? And then after that, there's like a scene in the Oval Office where she's talking to, who is that lady that she's talking to? The white lady.
I think it's like she was. I think from what I gathered from the conversation that she like when they were like, you know, running for president, they were running against each other, but she was appointed as I think Treasury Secretary.
Okay. So. Right. So I know that they're running against each other, and then Madam President, Viola Davis's character, won. Yeah. And so she was appointed, whatever.
And she literally is the Hillary Clinton stand-in. She pretty much fucking is a Hillary Clinton stand-in.
Yeah. So they're talking to each other about like who they have to convince to get whatever they want to go through at G20. And they talk about the guy from Britain. Yeah.
Oh yeah. The Prime Minister from Britain, basically.
Prime Minister of Britain
who doesn't like strong women.
Yes, he's always hated strong women. That's a line in the movie.
Yes. Yeah,
that's a line. And they also have another conversation about high heels.
Yeah, another
during that scene as well.
Just in case we haven't like gotten the gist of like the first conversation, high heels suck. Take it to the man by wearing sneakers. Pretty much.
They have to talk about high heels in that scene as well, because she's looking for her dress, or she's talking to her
designer, basically.
Designer?
He's going to dress her basically for the event. So he's like, you know, how about like he's suggesting these heels to her and things like that, and taking her measurements, because he's going to basically like, you know, pick her outfit or do whatever basically for the G20. And we have to be reminded that, you know, she doesn't like heels, but she's going to suffer by wearing them at the G20, because, you know, it's like until she comes into her own and takes it to the patriarchy, basically, but she's going to wear the heels and the dress early on. But anyway, and like I said, of all countries, they have the G20 summit in South Africa. All right, so
there's a reason for it.
I know, but like I'm saying, like, you know,
so continue on. I'm sorry, I interrupted.
Because farmers, the poor farmers in this country, basically, never mind that Africa, if you like look at the history of Africa, it's always been pretty much a shithole of a country. And that's because their own governments steal from the people. Now, let's overlook that little aspect of that continent and those countries in Africa. And let's focus on the fact that these poor farmers, basically, you know, but these poor farmers have no access to banks. All right. So whatever money they earn, they have to swirl away basically in socks or hide. They basically hide it, and like they to keep it safe that way, because they have no access to like having it anywhere like a bank, where it'd be, you know, like banks are any safer in a bank. Yeah. So what they're going to do is come up with this crypto scheme where
it's not a scheme. It is a government-backed cryptocurrency.
It's
government-backed.
It's a government scheme, basically, but it's portrayed as a positive in this movie, basically.
Yes, this is going to be. Yeah, this is government-controlled crypto. It's going to be the saving grace of the South African farmers, because they have no access to banks. There's nothing around them. So whenever, like, for the next season, they can't afford the seed for farming because they can't take out loans and pay it back whenever they sell their goods because they can't afford to take out loans from banks and stuff, right? So like that's the whole idea behind this government controlled cryptocurrency, because you can access it anywhere, and since it's backed by the government, all of those banks are able to like do loan
the money to
these South African farmers so that they can I guess grow their crops and sell their crops, and it'll help, right? So that's why they wanted to push this through. They wanted to push through this government-backed cryptocurrency. That's what she's trying to get done.
Yeah, I'm like, you have no idea, Last Doctor Smile. There's actually a Wakanda joke in this fucking movie.
There's a Wakanda joke in there. Yeah, there's a Wakanda joke in here. Dude, I had to take a lesson on cryptocurrency and what exactly was happening in this movie, because if you're like me, I had no idea. Like, I don't pay attention to cryptocurrency. I don't follow it. I don't really know how it works. So I had to get a lesson in cryptocurrency in the middle of this movie. I had literally had to pause and get a lesson in cryptocurrency and what exactly was happening in this movie, because I was so lost. I was like, I don't understand what his plan is, because his plan seems like the right thing as opposed to what I was like, I need to know, is what he's doing correct? He's just going about it the wrong way.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Steph backstage. I was like, everything he's saying, he's actually fucking correct. He's saying what any sane person would believe. Like, when I say believe, I'd be like, understand, basically. And this is not the way to go, basically. It's like, government controlled anything. It's not the way to go. So he's saying this, but it's done in such a way to, like, overtly portray him in such a villainous manner that it's manipulating people to root for the government. That's what this movie's doing. Hey, Darian. Yeah, basically, the whole, and we're supposed to root for the government. But it's the government's scheme to control the money.
Yeah.
It's literally a government scheme to control the money via cryptocurrency in the guise of helping these poor farmers in South Africa. That's pretty much what it is.
It's like a stepping stone, right?
Yeah. It literally is a stepping stone. And he's right when he says this, when we give him the speech. He's right.
Gigawatt says you can easily trace crypto. Okay, so how it was explained to me is you can't, because of the crypto blockchain or something. Like, that's... It's hard. It's hard to trace it, but that's how it was explained to me. It's hard to trace it back. But if it's government controlled, then they can see like the back where the money goes and all that. Then they'll be able to see it. Right now, it's hard to trace it. That's how it was explained to me. I don't know. That's right. That's how it was explained to me. So if it gets that far, this one that she's trying to get set up is specifically for like the South African farmers, but
it still wouldn't work. It still wouldn't fucking work. Yeah. That's like the whole point in this movie. Basically, it still wouldn't work. To a degree, to an extent, you're right. It still can be traced. But at the same time, it's like if it's government controlled, then
it can definitely be traced a lot quicker.
Yes.
Yeah. That's how I don't know. That's how it was explained to me. But this specific one that she's trying to get pushed through, is for the South African farmers. Like, that's the stepping stone for.
We're talking G20 scale. Sorry.
Yeah, that's like the stepping stone for this government-backed crypto coin.
Yeah.
Cryptocurrency. But it's for the African farmers, but anybody can use it. And so now we have this villain, right? We have this villain come in. And he, with the help of insiders that work for the president and that help protect the president, right? He gets an in. So his whole record was wiped during the background checks. He basically goes in as an agent, president detail, outside
security detail,
security detail. And his friend gets him in. So I guess like they're friends, but he has another person that goes in there to help, and plus like a bunch of people that he brings in to help him take over this G20 summit. So they they have a plan, and then they activate that plan by one blowing up like the extra security detail, like the people that if this were to happen, they're the ones that come in, right? The special task force or whatever.
The security details that came with like 4 of the world leaders, basically.
Yeah,
like
they blow up
Russia.
all the security details, so there's nobody to help them, and they make a point to say it in the movie. Like, if we tried to call somebody, it would take hours for them to get here, and 2, we're in South Africa. They would have to like get through different South African military, something like that. I can't remember. I honestly can't remember, but the main thing is that it would take them hours, and there would be obstacles in the way to reaching them at the G20 summit.
They don't have what's called a QRF, and that's a quick reaction force. Basically, they're a quick reaction force. Is shit goes down, they're ready to go at like without hesitation. South Africa doesn't have anything like that, which is why, how convenient for all this plot to happen. Basically.
Yeah, so they don't have anybody to come and help. They blew up everybody, the security detail. So it's up to Madam President. All right, it's up to my favorite character in this movie, and the hero of this movie is her. What do you call the person that protects her? Her security detail guy.
Yeah, well, his name is Manny. Basically, he's like her. Like I can't remember what the exact term is, but he's the one that, like, it's like
he's her Secret Service agent.
Yeah, I know, but he's the one like specifically tied to her. Basically, so he's like her,
her personal security detail person.
Personal.
Yeah, he is the hero of this movie. All right, I did not want him to die. I was like, do not die, sir. You are the hero, not Madam President. Madam President's making stupid decisions.
He's Secret Service, but I can't remember the term, but he's like her personal like protector, bodyguard. We'll call him a bodyguard basically, but he's like like her personal bodyguard.
He's her Secret Service detail. Like he's her. That's who she is. That's who he is. Yeah. But she's making all of these terrible decisions, and he's the one that's just like, why are you doing that? Don't be doing that. I had to come all the way back here. I got a gunshot wound to the stomach. I was like, let's go. He is my favorite character throughout this whole movie, calling her out. And I was so worried that he was going to die. I'm glad he didn't. Yeah. But I'm pissed that they didn't show him getting like an honor or something. Okay. Yeah. He didn't get any type of honor. They didn't show him getting an award. Nothing. He was the real hero of this movie. And she's made out to be the hero.
But he's the one that like helped her get out of like the room, basically. So it's like he's the one who went ahead to like make sure that she could get out along with these 2 other women from the room.
So like so when Homelander comes in, right, with all of his men, this guy, her Secret Service Manny guy, okay, he took it upon himself to study the entire layout. So he knew an exit. So he was able to get him, the Britain Prime Minister, some Italian lady, the wife of the China.
I thought Chinese, but then she was holding the South Korean leader. I think the wife of the South Korean leader.
Yeah. So the wife of the South
but to be fair, I really wasn't paying any fucking attention.
God, it was bad. It was terrible. It was so bad. So he helped them get out. Okay. So she would have been SOL had he not been there, or had he died, because she sure as shit didn't study the layout. She had no idea where he was taking her, but he was like, look, there's a door over here. Let's go. She's even like, how do you even know that? After he saved them, okay? After he saved them, she's like, how the hell did you know that door was there? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
To save your life? Be like, thank you. But no, how did you know this door was there? Who cares? He got you out of the room. You would have died. Yeah. Okay. And then like they're at odds. They want to go this way. They want to go this. No, I think we should go here. No, I think we should go there. The freaking wife, the Korean lady, opens up like a laundry chute and just climbs in. And they're like, where'd she go? Where'd she go?
No one's ever seen a laundry chute in a hotel room, before.
Oh my God.
But she just slides down there, and I'm like, you do realize there could be bad guys down there, right? But how convenient there were no bad guys down in the laundry room. So they were able to escape that way.
And how convenient that they didn't land. They landed on like a cartoonishly large pile of tablecloth.
Sheets, tablecloth. Yeah.
Where did they come from? But it was like a cartoonish mountain of that. I'm like, bitch, get out of here. Really quickly, she also has a bum knee because she is a war hero.
Yeah.
She is a war hero. So she has a bum knee from that. And also, Mara, I didn't catch where she traded in her high heels for the sneakers. Did I miss that scene?
I missed that. I missed it too. Like I said, I tuned out periodically in this movie because at one point, like throughout like a chunk of the movie, she's torn like the bottom of her dress and like she's wearing the sneakers basically. So like she's like still kind of wearing the dress, but she's wearing the sneakers so she can move better. And then I kind of look away. I kind of look away because I was like looking at my phone, and then I look back up at the screen, and all of a sudden she's wearing pants. I'm like, where did this come from? Where did she find the pants?
Yeah.
But somehow she got sneakers. I'm assuming in the laundry room.
She had them on, so she had the sneakers.
Oh, she was wearing the sneakers because her husband said, like, because she was talking about the heels, remember, with her husband, and I think she
just wore the sneakers. She didn't wear the heels.
Yeah, I think she just did that.
She just went in with the
sneakers, basically. Because I remember because she tripped on her fucking dress.
I don't remember that.
She tripped on her dress, and I saw the sneaker, and I was like, okay.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. No, I remember that too. I saw the sneakers there, and I was like, when did she put the sneakers on? But again, it's a stupid thing. Oh, and by the way, after they escaped down the laundry chute, the Italian lady, I don't know if she's like the.
I have no idea who she is. I don't
know who she is. No clue. I don't know who she is. But the Italian lady is wearing like ridiculously large, ridiculously tall high heels.
Yeah.
Right. Like stupid 6-inch ones. It's like a platform, like stripper shoes. And I'm like, what the fuck? And she comments again. This is a constant thing. Okay. Throughout the movie, she's just like, oh, you're so lucky you're wearing sneakers or whatever. And, she's like, well, why are you wearing heels? She's like, I am insecure and I'm not tall. Or she said something like that.
Yeah.
She's like, I wish I didn't have to wear these, but I'm too, I want to be tall and I'm too insecure. So I wear these high heels. She said something to that effect. Otherwise, oh my God, if I wasn't so insecure or if we didn't have these, standards, women's beauty standards where you have to be so tall, so you have to wear these heels, then I wouldn't wear them. I would be wearing sneakers too.
I'm only 5'2". I wear like practically flats because I don't fucking care.
Like, I'm like, who cares? Why are we having this conversation about sneakers? Why are you having a conversation?
Because we had to take it to the patriarchy. We had to take it to the patriarchy by kicking off the heels and saying no to the man. That's literally what the fucking conversation is.
There's payoff to this conversation.
I know, yeah. But that's pretty much the conversation.
Yeah, there's payoff to this specific conversation. But they keep talking about the stupid heels. Like, you're escaping. You guys almost died.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Who cares?
You know what you can do? They scout ahead of time. There are guards like that they need to kill right down the hallway, okay? And you're having a conversation about high heels and how uncomfortable they are, but you have to wear them because men want you tall and you're insecure. What the fuck? Why are we having this conversation about high heels right now?
And I get like women in heels basically, but like the whole conversation itself is stupid. Like, I have nothing against heels. I have nothing against women who wear heels, but the whole conversation was just retarded. And so I'm like, I don't know. And I was thinking to myself, I don't know, kick off your heels and run barefoot.
That's what I was thinking.
McClane did.
That how long she wore the heels, considering she was complaining about them so much.
Like, watch Die Hard, bitch. He runs around barefoot practically the entire fucking movie.
Oh my gosh. So then, like, they have to use the elevator to get to the garage. Okay, they need to go to the garage because that's where there's a car that's basically equipped with like a lot of guns and stuff. It's a tank, right? Bulletproof, all that stuff. That's how they're going to get out of here. That's where the Secret Service agent wants to go. He's like, we got to get to the garage, but they can't go because like the elevators aren't secure or whatever, or they're not moving. So they have to wait. What a plan. They have to wait for some of the mercenaries to come and get in the elevator. And wouldn't you know it? Some mercenaries are on the way to use the elevator, and that's how they're going to move. So they have to go up. They have to like climb up. The old lady, the poor old Korean lady is like, I'm too old. Just leave me here. I don't want to bring you down. I'm too old. I am an old lady. Just leave me here. I will just be a burden. And they're like, no, you're coming with us. So they put the old lady up through the elevator, and she's up there. Okay. And everybody's up there. And I think that's where Viola Davis like rips her dress apart. Okay. She rips it while they're up there because she's just like, this stupid dress. I want her to wear pants, a stupid dress. So she rips it, and she's in like this tiny little like high school looking prom dress. Okay.
Yeah.
And the material is left with them. And the mercenaries, there's like, how many of them? Like 6? There's like 6 mercenaries in the elevator.
I think there were 4, but it looks like it could have been 6. I mean, but at the same time, it's like, and she falls through the elevator.
Yeah, and it's not on purpose. I thought it was on purpose.
No, she fell. She literally falls.
Yeah, she fell in. She accidentally fell in. And I was like, that's it. Her knee is done. Like, it makes a point to show you that her knee is fucked. Okay? Yeah. Her knee is fucked. I mean, she just accidentally hit it on the floor, and she's like, oh my God, I'm limping. Ouch. But she's pushing through the pain. So if she had to fall, if she accidentally fell and wasn't expecting to fall, her knee is fucked. But no, it's not fucked.
No.
She is able to take out a couple of guys, but then who comes to save her? The hero, Manny, the Secret Service agent. He is the hero, I'm telling you. All right. He comes into her rescue. He literally came into her rescue. Mm-hmm. And he took out like 2 of them. He's working on a 3rd. Another one's got her like by the throat and is choking her, and she's going to die. But then they take the material from her dress.
And they choke him with it.
I'm not even lying. The Italian lady takes the material
around his neck and like chokes him like this.
They create a noose, with the material from her dress. And they go down and they grab him by the throat. And he's like, oh shit. Like,
even though this guy could have easily pulled this little Italian lady through the fucking elevator, basically, because he's like a buff mercenary.
Yeah.
No, he can. Yeah. And she's so little. No, she has the strength to hoist him up like this, like a noose, and choke him to death, basically.
Yeah. Well, they didn't choke him. I think it was so she gets,
or she snapped his.
She gets a gun, and she kills the Secret Service guy, the guy that's on the Secret Service, the guy that he's trying to kill, and the Secret Service guy kills the guy that's trying to choke, the guy that's choking.
Yeah.
So then they're done. Cool. The elevator's moving now. They go to the garage.
They're big guys. They're not small. They're big guys. No. There's no way this woman would have been able to at all hold him up in this like a position like that. No.
Oh my god! I totally forgot a part. This is an important part because these 2 characters are the Wakanda characters.
Oh yeah.
They have to go to the kitchen. They have to go to the kitchen. And
because Madam President won't leave those 5 prisoners, basically, so they have to go rescue the 5.
Yeah. So they escaped in a laundry chute, and when I said that there were people like down the hallway that they could hear them when they're talking about the high heel shoes, so there's people in the kitchen. There's like prisoners in the kitchen, not prisoners. Yeah, well, prisoners.
They're prisoners, basically. They're being held
hostage. They're in the kitchen, and they're being held there by like 2 twin guys, 2 fucking huge twin guys. I mean, they are humongous, okay? And Secret Service agent is like, Madam President, I don't give a fuck about those people. I'm protecting you, and I have to get you out of here.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that is my job. That is the only thing that I have to do. That is my mission. All I want to do is that. Let's go. Let's go this way. We got to get to the garage. And she's like, no. We're going to go save those people. I can't leave with their lives on my conscience. Like, we have to go and save them. And he's like, oh my God.
Never mind. She was going to leave more people in the back room when the terrorists infiltrated. No, never mind that there was like more people there, including world leaders. No, she can't leave these 5 here.
Yeah, we can't leave these 5 here. We got to save them. We got to save these 5 people. And he's just like, that is not my job. My job is not to save those people. My job is to get you out of here. She's like, your job is to guard me, and I'm going to go save these people. So
yeah, pretty much. She uses his words against him, basically.
Yeah.
which forces him into that, which backs him into that corner. Yeah, which backs him into that corner, which forces him to have to like go along with her plan, basically.
Yeah.
He basically says, fuck you to the guy who's been protecting her this entire time.
Yeah. So the reason that she wants to save those people is because 2 of them are like South African, what are they called? They're like South African special forces. That's basically pretty much what they are.
Yeah.
And they're just
only like an hour and 40 minutes without credits.
Yeah, it's actually pretty short.
Yeah, it's a pretty short movie, but it feels like forever.
Yeah, so they're basically like South African
special forces, basically. Yeah,
special forces.
And somehow
they're just like
learned enough Zulu to know what this woman is saying at one point. Basically,
I have no idea.
She's speaking Zulu, and the boy and the son is able to know what she's saying at one point. Like he's not perfect, but he's like, oh, that means this. I'm like, what? You just sat there in your hotel room googling how to speak Zulu?
He has no friends. Remember, he has no friends.
Yeah, but anyway, so she rescues them. Two of them are special forces.
Yeah, and it's amazing that like they're special forces, but like they weren't able to take out these two guys. Anyways, whatever. The whole kitchen staff is supposedly like. I think they're posing as kitchen staff, but they're really special forces, and they were able to get sat down and tied up.
Yeah, somehow by two guys.
And then later on, when you see these two people, it's a guy and a girl. When you see them in action, I'm like, how the hell did they capture you? Yeah. How are you able to get caught and with your hands behind your back, like zip tied? How on earth, if you can do that, how did that happen? But anyways, so she goes, saves them. She has this huge fight with this gigantic man. I mean, like, he looks like Batista. Like, the guy is huge. I mean Batista in his prime, okay? Prime wrestling Batista. Like, the guy is huge, but she's able to
hold her own against this man who would have easily knocked her out.
You know what? She was a fucking idiot. This scene actually, like, made me yell at the TV. Because the special services guy, remember I said there's two guys and they look like twins, so they're pretty much the same size. Her secret service agent, Manny, went to go and take out the other guy. What does he do? He like kills him. Okay? Kills him. What does she do? She's got a gun. He's got a gun. Instead of shooting, she caught him off guard. His back is towards her. She could have just shot him in the head, and that was it. No muss, no fuss. Boom, we're done. But no, she's like, drop it. What are you doing? What? You had the sneak attack. Why?
Yeah, I know. It was literally a nat 20 on sneak attack if we were like, D&D talk, basically. But no, she has to go the drop the gun route. Like, this man is going to listen to her. Like, he has he's gonna listen to this. He's gonna listen to this woman. He's a fucking terrorist, basically. Like, he's like, oh you have a gun on me, like a handgun versus a rifle. So I'm gonna drop my gun, basically. So
she's like, drop the gun, and then he's like, you're not gonna shoot me, whatever. She shoots him in the leg.
Yes,
in the leg. Kill that guy. Just kill him. You've already killed a bunch of people. Why don't you kill this guy? He is 2 times your size. But no, drop it. She has to have her big action scene, right?
Yeah.
Drop it. She shoots him in the leg. And then she goes and like tries to beat him up. And like
in the leg, yes, in the leg, and
yes, she goes to try and beat him up. So she succeeds. She knocks him out. She doesn't kill him. She just knocks him out. And this leads to the stupidest fucking thing that I have ever seen. Okay. Manny has to get injured, right? You can't have him do all the work. Okay. No. He helped. I think he helped her knock the guy out. I can't remember for sure. So she has her back towards the passed out mercenary guy. Right. And she's undoing their binds. She's like, clipping them free. And
which
then
which you would never do, because like, it's anyone who's had military fucking experience, you wait until your wingman shows up so one can fucking guard the passed out enemy.
He was there. He was there with the gun. I know, but he was there with the gun, right? Yeah. And like the guy wakes up, he grabs his gun, okay, and he points it at her. Manny sees this
and has all the time in the world to shoot the man.
All the time in the world to shoot him. But no, he's like, Madam President. And then there's this stupid fucking shot where he's like, no. He had so much time. To kill that guy. So much time to kill that guy. But you had to have the scene of the Secret Service agent guy Xavier.
Yeah,
I kind of want to pull it up because because it is the dumbest. I want to pull it up. It's just a short scene, Mara. So
like he is still the hero, but at the same time they had to dumb him down in this scene because they have to, elevate Madam President because she's the hero of the movie, basically. And
when I saw that scene, I was like, there's no way.
I was thinking the same thing because I was like, you had all the time in the world. You were watching that guy, but somehow you had to fucking dive and take the bullet. Right?
Yeah, he had to dive at some point, right, to take the bullet for the press. But this was done like it was ridiculous. Yeah. Because it literally shows like the guy waking up, getting the gun. Manny sees it. Manny has his gun. It's not like he doesn't have a gun to shoot him. He's got a gun in his hand. Yeah. Manny sees that. He sees her. He sees that. No. I was like, shoot him. Why didn't you shoot him? You could have shot him. They kill him dead after that.
Yeah.
But like all of that could have been avoided.
Kill him dead. I love that. Kill him dead, basically.
Yeah.
To kill him dead.
Yeah,
the bad guy's killed after that, but not until after Manny suffered a gunshot wound to his midsection, basically.
All of that could have been avoided had she not said drop.
Yeah, it had to just shot the bad guy in the head because he's a bad guy. At the same time, it's like he's a bad guy. I think God won't judge you if you just shoot him, basically, because they've had no problem killing every other fucking person in that room, or just about every other fucking person in that room, and stealing money from countries. They had no problem committing crimes, but God forbid you just shoot the bad guy. No, you had to do the whole drop the weapon, like he's gonna listen to her.
Oh my gosh, here I found it. Oh wait, hold on. Let me put the volume up a little bit.
Yeah, see?
Madam! That was so stupid. Madam! He could have shot him right there. He saw him. He could have just shot him. Boom! Right there. Kill him.
Boom! Like he's not wearing any fucking bulletproof vest.
Nothing.
And anywhere, just shoot him. Double tap. Boom, boom.
If he has enough time to say "Madam" and then jump, you have time to kill him.
Yeah.
Look. Boom.
And that's why I said this president, like Madam President, is supposed to have been in the military, and that's what I was telling you, Steph. Basically, Manny was there, but he wasn't right with her before she turned her back on the bad guy. At that point, you do not take your eyes until your wingman shows up, or battle buddy, whatever you want to call them, whatever branch you're in. You do not take your eyes off the enemy until your backup shows up. Because someone has to be watching the bad guy, and someone has to be saving the hostages. But she turns her fucking back on this man before Manny even shows up. But then again, you have to dumb down Manny because he has all the time in the world to shoot this man. But he has to do the whole dive and take the bullet for the president.
This was probably the dumbest thing that Manny did this whole time.
Yeah.
This right here was the dumbest thing that he did in this entire movie. And why was it dumb? Because it was her fault. She should have killed him. She should have killed him, and she didn't kill him. Yeah. So she made a mistake, and that got Manny hurt. So,
McClane just killed the bad guys. He didn't fucking tell them to drop their weapons. He just killed them. They're bad guys.
Seriously, he could have killed him here. Yeah. He could have killed him there. He yelled her name. Could have killed him.
Oh, it's definitely a poor Kamala Harris movie. It's definitely.
He hasn't even shot yet. He hasn't even shot yet, and he's already diving.
Yeah. Boom.
He had plenty of time.
I would have laughed so hard if Manny dived and was dived too soon, and President got shot. Well, look.
This guy right here is secret.
Look,
see,
he can do that. He can do that.
Who knows?
But he got captured. Yeah. But I'm saying he could do shit like that. There's 5 of them. 2 of them are special, Secret Service or Special Forces or whatever they're called in South Africa. He could do that shit.
They got captured. That's nothing. You should see what his partner can do.
Oh yeah, you'll love this chat when we get to
You
his
just see what this guy's. If this guy had boom kill shot with a
Knife.
kitchen knife, you should see what his partner can do. Okay.
Yeah.
So after this, she tells the South African Secret Service people, go and find my family. Please go and find my kids, go and find my family. And they give her this walkie-talkie and they're like, we're going to be on this channel. They're controlling this channel or something like that. I don't know.
But McClane didn't just shoot them in the leg. No, he killed them basically. So he like killed the bad guys.
Yeah.
If he said drop it, he didn't bother. Like he didn't leave them wounded. He killed them.
So the villain of this movie, okay, the Homelander. While all of this is happening, Homelander goes on national TV and says, "I have taken control of G20, and this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to get government-controlled crypto, and that's basically going to make like the dollar, like the World Bank, collapse because everybody is going to be on this one crypto, and they want to take over, everything." Using this crypto coin, so your dollar is going to be worthless. So what you should do is invest in like some sort of crypto that he already had his, because remember he stole that crypto wallet. So he was telling everybody like, y'all need to do this because it's a government scheme. So you need to put all of your money in this crypto because the banks are going to collapse. We're basically going to have a collapse, and so your money's not going to be worth it. So you need to move it over here. Right. Yeah. And how does he get people to believe this lie? It's
in a matter, not even a matter of hours.
Propaganda is what he's doing. It's propaganda.
Yeah, but not even in a matter of hours. He somehow destabilized all these countries because in a panic, all these people are going out. Never mind time zones and everything, and banks would be closed and shit like that in certain countries because of when the time of day these events are happening. Never mind the banks wouldn't even be open or anything for any of this to happen. No, people are running out and removing their money from their bank accounts and destabilizing the shits.
Yeah,
because we gotta invest in crypto. And
remember, this guy is basically like a Trump stand-in. Okay, they're making him use like propaganda and disinformation. They even have a line in here that says like disinformation is powerful than information. Okay, they even have a line like that at the beginning of the movie, and that's setting up this character because it's all disinformation and propaganda that he's using to scare all of these people who are watching this. And the way he does this is he has these all of these world leaders that are at the G20 summit. He has them read this specific line of sentences, and the first person that he calls up, he looks at it, and he's the guy from Korea. He's like the Korean, and he looks at it,
Korean leader,
and he's just like, he's like, I'm not going to read that. And he's like, why? He goes, because if I read that, and he explains to everybody, here we go, exposition. He explains to everybody that don't read it. If you read it, they're basically getting all of our like the way we speak, all of our pronunciations, all of these words put together will make them access like everything that we say and do. It's basically like all of the pronunciations and different words in your vocabulary, right? And they can use that to create deep fakes.
A deep fake. Yeah.
They can use that. They can put that into AI and create deep fakes of people and create AI images and AI video against us, right? AI bad. Okay. And so that's basically what he did. So he shot, did he shoot him? No, he cut his ear. He cut his ear off because he told everybody what they were doing. So after that, like everybody just said the sentences. They said whatever he wanted them. They read out what he had there. And after everybody read it, you saw like these videos go out of them saying like, we're going to take over the world. We're going to get everybody's money. The whole world's going to be controlled by this cryptocurrency or whatever. So they made like these fake AI deep faked videos. And that's why people believed him when he told them that they're using this, the South African farmer thing to invite government-backed cryptocurrency to take over crypto.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I said, like never mind. Like there's a whole thing called time zones because this is happening evening in South Africa, which means it would be evening time late evening time in European countries, but somehow they're showing all these images of countries being destabilized and things like that, and it looks like it's daylight. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
really?
So while people are like investing in his wallet or whatever, like in where he
Yeah.
told them to put the money, his crypto wallet is going up and up and up. He basically has billions of dollars now because
he's basically stealing from people by telling them, like, destabilizing the world economy and getting rich at the same time. So basically, like, he is like the Trump stand-in pretty much. So
so like that's what he's doing. And people are freaking out and they're believing him. So he has all these people giving him, investing in this crypto wallet.
Yeah, it would be daytime in the US, but they're showing like images from around the world, and I'm like, that's supposed to be Europe, somewhere in Europe. It should be like, a little bit darker then, right? Because like it's dark here in South Africa, so it's like, kind of should be nighttime there.
But everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it. So he's getting excited, but he got all of these people to say it, right? He put out all those deepfake videos, but he needs like the nail in the coffin, the thing that's going to get everybody to start, investing in crypto. He needs the president. He needs Madam President to say these lines, so that way he can put out her video, right? And so he's trying to get all these people to like find her. Where the hell are you? And so basically, while all of that is happening, now we have the husband and kids, right? So the husband and kids, she brought her entire family to this thing, and the husband gets stuck in an elevator, and the kids are in the room. Okay, so his mercenary finds the kids, and he basically just like keeps them there in the room, right? Because they're going to be leverage, basically. And so the husband is there with his Secret Service detail, and they are able to make it to the room, but his guy dies, and the husband like kills the guy that was like trying to get the kids. So then like she lets those South African people free, those South African Secret Service or South African whatever people that she saved, and go find my family. They find the kids. The husband gets captured. So they find the kids. The husband gets captured. So now Homelander has the husband.
We skipped over the part where like the daughter is somehow able to figure out that you've removed parts from an antenna, a TV antenna. You can like get a message out to the world, basically. So she's able to figure out
oh my god, yeah.
Because they're on the roof.
Yeah, they went to the roof. That's how the husband gets captured. I couldn't remember how he got captured.
Yeah,
that's how he got captured.
On the roof. Yeah, they're found on the roof.
They go to the roof. Why did they go to the roof? I don't even remember why.
I can't remember why, but they end up on the roof, and the hacker daughter looks at this antenna and goes, "If I like remove like parts from that, I can like put together like a means of sending a message out."
Yeah, so she
this 17-year-old kid can't fucking figure out what parts to take from this antenna. And basically the joke is he watches Mr. Robot. No, I don't. This is like the joke is like that's like what her brother says. He's like it's like really he uses a Pringles can, same difference basically. So he's like that's the joke basically. But she's able to finagle this shit to try to get a message out.
And she gets a message to like the government in the US who are watching all of this go down.
Yeah.
Coulson from the
who's the vice president,
Marvel.
by the way? Who's the vice president?
The vice president, Coulson, Agent Coulson.
Yeah.
So she gets a message to Agent Coulson and tells them who from her security detail is behind this. So now they know like who from her security detail was able to get Homelander in. I can't remember his name, honestly. I don't really care. But she was able to get that message to Agent Coulson, right? And so the kids, they find them on the roof, right? They figure out what they're doing, and they find them on the roof. They capture the dad, but the kids are able to escape by hanging off the side of the roof.
Yeah, there's a convenient ledge right just below like the roof level, so they're holding like this and on this ledge, and also conveniently there looks to be like a back end of it, like air conditioner or air filtration system right there, that box that was just conveniently would be able to step on to get back onto the roof. It's like, I love this because I was looking at the side of the building basically as I'm watching this, because I thought like, how the fuck are they holding on?
Me too.
And I'm like, and then it pans out to show them, and like, oh, how convenient. So I'm like looking at all this.
So, like, are they really hanging there? They have that strength? They're just
that's what I
hanging there for a long time. But no, yeah. And also convenient that the mercenaries didn't check everywhere on the roof. They were just
I
like,
don't know, just look,
where are the
look
kids?
down.
I don't know.
He climbed up just high enough to look like where this level here is, like basically the edge of like the top part of the roof, and look around. Doesn't bother to climb all the way up and look over.
Look down. Yeah, he didn't look over. He didn't look down. They just like gave it a quick sweep. Okay, we believe you. You don't know where your kids are. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, he would be up there by himself and not have any idea where his kids are.
Yeah, he's the one that sent the message.
Yeah.
So then, like the South African, not mercenaries, the South African Secret Service people,
Special forces.
Special forces. Yeah, South African Special Forces find the kids.
Yeah.
And the Homelander calls the girl, Madam President, on the walkie-talkie, using the dad, right, using her husband, and he's just like, where are you? We need to find you. I have somebody, you know, I have your husband. He's tied up. I'm going to kill him if you don't get up here, or if you don't tell me where you are. So remember, she's down in the garage with Prime Minister of Britain, with the Korean lady, and with the Italian lady. Okay. And the hero of the story, which is Manny. Okay. Manny is shot, and she wants to get him out, right? Manny is shot. And so she's like, okay, you guys, like he's also already in the car. They've put him in the car, and they're getting ready to leave because she was going to leave. Like, she wasn't going to stay. She was going to leave. Okay. But they captured her husband now. So now she's just like, okay, I'm going to leave. And now you see them taking off in the car, and Manny like sort of like, wakes up, looks around. He's like, where is she? Where's Madam President? And they're like, oh, she wanted to stay behind. This motherfucker the car is in motion. He is shot in the side of the body. This dude opens the door and fucking rolls out of it. He's like, hell no.
Yeah.
He yeets himself out of the car. He didn't say anything. He's just like, nope. Like, literally, like, almost should have just rolled his eyes and be like, this fucking woman. Like, rolls himself out of the car. And so they come out to get her, right? Because she's just waiting there. Tell her, put your gun down. And they're about to take her away. But fucking Manny shows up. Does he slice his throat?
I think he does, but somehow the Prime Minister of Britain knows to do a U-turn in the car and look like he's gonna play chicken with the bad guys, and he's like driving full speed.
That's right. Yeah, they didn't make this plan. Okay, this wasn't their plan. The dude found out that she was left behind, and so he rolled his ass out of the car. He didn't tell them to do anything. But the Prime Minister of Britain came to distract them, basically, to distract this guy who's holding a gun to her head now, and he's playing chicken with him, and then that distracts him long enough for Manny to come up, slice his throat, and then like turn around, look over at his dead body while the car comes up behind him, and he stops just in time.
And right on a dime.
Just in time for this action shot of the hero, Manny, because Manny is the motherfucking hero of this movie. Okay, that is the hero. That is a hero shot.
Yeah.
All right. And so now, like, they're telling them, and after this, Manny's so sassy. Okay, he is so sassy. He's like, "What the hell are you doing? Why didn't you come with us? Why didn't you tell me your plan? I would have stayed with you?" She's like, "You're shot." He's like, "I don't give a fuck. I'm shot. I don't care if I'm shot. My job is to protect you. Don't ever do that again." All right. He's putting her in her place. He's being so sassy. I love Manny. Okay. Manny is the hero of this movie. I was rooting for him the whole time. And so now, like, they're saying, okay, you guys got to get out of here. Okay. Get out of here. He's telling the Britain, Italian, and the Korean lady. The Korean old lady. Okay. Korean old lady. She's like, "I cannot leave my husband. I need to go and see my husband. I need to find out where my husband was." And I'm like, bitch, you left your husband. Like, you escaped with these people. Now you want to
go back.
Now you want to go back? "I can't leave my husband." So she goes back. Okay. So she goes back. And her husband had died. Like, I think he was the one that got the ear slice, and then he ends up getting killed.
Yeah, he ends up getting killed.
So you see her crying over her husband's body and grabbing like a butter knife. Okay. That's the last image that you see of this lady. This sweet little old lady. Okay, she's crying over her husband's body, and then she grabs a butter knife. So then we get this scene where the prime minister and Italian lady, they're like, okay, well, we're gonna go. We'll try to escape and like get a message to the vice president. Okay, to Agent Coulson. So they're escaping, and the Italian lady, all right, the Italian lady, she's like, I'll do it, but I'm gonna drive, and I'm not gonna drive in these heels. And it's like this whole statement of her taking off these fucking heels and throwing them away.
Yeah. She's taking it to the man. She's taking it to the man.
Why didn't you take off those heels when you said that they were complaining? When you were complaining about them earlier, I will drive. I'm driving this time, but not in these heels. It's so stupid. Yeah. It's so dumb. Like, what is the point? Stop talking about heels. So she drives, right? Prime Minister's in the passenger seat. And they make it out. Dude, they should have died. All right. They should have died. Okay.
Oh, you'll love this part, chat, because like they're gunning it towards the gate to get into this compound, basically. And Homelander's guys have this rocket launcher missile device, basically, missile launching device. Like one, like you can shoot 4 missiles, basically, like multiple missiles at a time. And they fire off one, miss the car, and she's gunning it towards not just the entrance to this compound, but these 2 parked Humvees, basically, because the entrance is blocked. Basically, the exit is blocked.
Are those Homelanders people, or are those like?
I think those are Homelanders people because the missile hits the back of the car and causes the car to flip over these Humvees conveniently onto the other side of the entrance exits, basically, and like the prime minister and the Italian lady survive, basically. Right? Yeah, because like she's gunning towards these Humvees, and I'm like, bitch, even if this car is bulletproof, but there's no fucking way you're slamming through 2 Humvees, because she was gunning it towards these things, and like, and
it's not that the car, the limo that they're in, it can take.
No, I'm saying it's like, it
can take firing. You can't even see out the windshield. It is so full of bullet holes. The car is a mess, but it shows it like flying through the air, flipping, and then like crashing. And I'm like, oh, they're dead.
That's what I thought, but no, they survived.
They dead, but no, they opened the door and she's at the wheel like, I did it.
You did it. Yes, very much. Like this car flips over. Like the missile conveniently hits behind the Humvee, but at the same time, it looked like the explosion caused the car to be at least engulfed in some flames. So they should have been at the very least burned on the inside of this vehicle, and this limo flips over these Humvees, and in the process somehow lands upright, like perfectly upright, in front of these forces waiting to figure out what's going on in the compound, because they're not storming the compound. They're waiting to figure out what the situation is. And the lands, and I step forward, he's like, I did it. And the prime minister basically is in the passenger seats with a shocked look on his face. And leaning forward, basically, the seatbelt stopped him, essentially.
I have to see, hold on, wait.
So no, that's not how it works. Yeah, I'm saying they're when I watched that scene.
Oh my god! Okay, I gotta show you this scene because they dead. All right, they dead. Hold on.
Yeah,
we have to watch. It's a very short. Oh my gosh! And she's yelling at the prime minister too. She's nagging him.
Yeah, because he's panicking.
Yeah,
rightly so. Rightly so. And he's telling him to shut up. So. And she's gunning it towards these Humvees. Watch. So they put 3 more missiles at them. Watch.
Hold on, I'm gonna pause it really quickly. Gotta pause it.
Yeah. Because his men are there, they're firing at this because they think
oh look, we gotta get a shot of her feet because she ain't wearing no heels no more. Yeah. And he's panicking. He's oh god, shut it. Look at what she does.
And she guns it. Look, watch. Those are Humvees.
No, those are Humvees. Just fully empowered, no heels. Woo! Oh my! Look at this.
What? Boom. and lands like that.
They dead, right? Like when I saw that, I was like, oh, they died.
I thought that's what I thought too. But watch this, chat.
Because seriously, look at that fucking car.
Because it was on its side. When it flipped, it was on its side, but somehow ended up perfectly upright.
They're dead.
Watch.
Ciao bello. Ciao bello.
No.
What the f- They're totally fine. They're totally fine.
Yeah. They survived.
Oh my god, thank God she took off those heels. They
Yeah.
would have never have survived. Okay.
But like I said, I don't know if Chad, if you saw that, but there were 2 parked Humvees. Those Humvees were Homelander's men, basically, because Homelander's men are here. They're on the one side, firing at this limo, basically, to stop it from getting out, and the other forces are on the other side because they have to get through to get to those forces. And yeah, they flip over, and they flip over.
And they flew over them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So. All right. So now the hero of the story. Okay, they have this whole, she's reunited with her kids. Oh my god, hold on. We have to show you the Wakanda.
Oh yeah, because there's a Wakanda joke in this scene.
There's a Wakanda joke. We got to show you Wakanda. So her kids escape, right? And they see them on the camera, so like they know where they're at.
Yeah.
But she told the South African Special Forces, please find my kids. Hold on.
Yeah, Humvees are armored, basically. So they're like, even if they like made it to the Humvees, they would have died because like it would have been, the limo would have crumpled.
All right.
Because Humvees are supposed to, are designed to take IED blasts, not ideally, but they're designed to take IED blasts.
They are.
So yeah, so like the
guy, look at her.
Boom! Like she slides in, and she's able to hold her own against a guy who outweighs her by like 10-1.
How did they get captured? How did they get captured? Those are the ones that were captured in the kitchen. They were captured in the kitchen.
Yeah, but
if you do that, how did she get captured?
But turn the volume up a little bit so you can hear the Wakanda joke, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
If she comes in, this guy is like outweighs her like 10-1, and she's able to hold her own against him. And like but somehow you got captured in the kitchen. Here you go. Watch this.
I shot him 3 times in the chest and he didn't go down.
And then knocks him out.
Holy shit! You're from Wakanda.
Look, there you go. Holy shit! You're Wakanda forever.
That's
holy shit! You're from Wakanda.
You're from Wakanda. Seriously.
She's using him twice in the chest. Even if the guy was wearing assuming he was wearing a bulletproof vest, which he would have been wearing basically, it still would have fucking hurt. He wouldn't have taken this tank to 2 shots point blank, even with the bulletproof vest. That you still are bruised on the opposite side of the bulletproof vest. That might stop a bullet, but you're gonna fucking feel it where you got shot. And he's still standing and taking this woman on that he could have easily knocked the fuck out.
All right. So now they have the kids. And now they're going to form a plan.
Yeah.
So their plan is that her daughter hacker is going to open up the doors because she knows how to do it, right? She's a hacker. She's super smart.
Yeah.
She's going to open up the doors so that way the American Special Forces team can come in and help everybody. Okay.
Yeah.
And they're going to do that it's all going to be timed. So the hero of the story, Manny, he's shot. Oh my god, I swear. I was just like that he better not die. He better not die. Because he's in charge of turning off the lights and turning the lights back on. Okay? That he can't do anything else, so they put him in charge of the lights. He has done all he can. Dude is shot. Dude rolled out of a car. He can't do anything else. He is pretty much useless, but he doesn't want to leave. Okay, he doesn't want to just be on the sidelines. So he's in charge of turning the lights on and off when she says to. So they have to, EFAP G20. So he has to turn off the lights. When he does that, Madam President, all right, Madam President is going to come in and take out a bunch of guys that are in the conference room.
We forgot the comparison to Winston Churchill. Because basically we find out that the big reason why she's considered a war hero is because a photo was conveniently snapped of her rescuing a child from a bombed building, basically. So she's like deemed the war hero because of that. And
then we find out it's all fake.
Yeah. Like she ran, basically. Like the reason why she was wounded is because she ran and like shit like that, basically.
She was trying to run away. She was scared.
Yeah.
But like they created like this whole story.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was terrified. She took this kid from her mother and she ran because it was gonna get bombed. So like the kid's parents, like they died, but she was running away because she was scared.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like just fearful the entire time. It wasn't a heroic thing. She actually feels shame about it. And later on you find something else out, which is interesting. But yeah, like that's her whole war hero story. And she's telling the story to the prime minister, by the way. And the prime minister like compares her to Winston Churchill. Yeah, and it's just like, it doesn't matter how you got there. It just matters that you got there.
Yeah. Like basically that was the gist of the story that you want, like when, because the prime minister was talking about how when Churchill escaped the Boer Wars, basically. Like, we had a prime minister, like, basically all he did was jump a fence, like, a wall or whatever, basically, and escape the Boer Wars. And then, that prime minister was Winston Churchill. Like, and I'm just thinking, like, this was watching this and must have had a conniption. Because they fucking compared this woman to Winston Churchill.
She's Winston Churchill.
They really fucking did that.
Yeah. When I saw that, I was like, did he just compare her to Winston?
I'm like, yeah, he did. And she messages me and I'm like, yep, he did.
Okay, so the daughter is gonna open the doors. Yeah. Okay. And they're going to let all the special forces team in so they can save all of the people that are captured in the conference room. Okay. Mm-hmm. So Madame President is like looking for her husband or something. I can't remember. How does she get into the other room? She gets into the other room where Homelander is. Homelander is not in that room anymore, by the way. He has her husband and her secretary of like finance, whatever, the Hillary Clinton stand-in. He has them tied to the chairs and ties to chairs. And he tells her, like, come over here. You need to do this recording. Right. So they're in a whole different room. And
it's basically a room where it's like they would be signing whatever it is, like, until officially signing. Basically, that's the room we see at the end, basically. So he's like moved the husband and the Treasury Secretary to that room and like bound and gagged them.
So they're in a whole different room. So the Special Forces team comes in and she helps them. Like, she takes out a bunch of people right before they even come in. I think she takes out a whole bunch of people when Manny turns the lights off.
Single shots, all these fucking bad guys.
Yeah. And then she's like, Manny, turn the lights on. Manny, turn the light. Manny. And I'm like, no fucking way he died alone. No way he died alone on the floor. But no, he's not dead. He turns the light on. I'm like, oh my God, thank God. Thank God he's still alive. Yeah. I was so mad. I was getting so mad. I was like, Manny is the hero of this story. So she goes to like where her husband is, and Homelander is threatening her. You have to make this message. And so she makes the message. They send out the video. And I honestly thought that like the daughter was going to prevent that video from going out. Super hacker, right? She's just sitting at a computer. Her and the son are just sitting at the computer. I thought that she was going to stop it, but that didn't happen. That it still went out on all platforms. Instantly went viral, by the way. Like uploaded, boom, viral. Instantly went viral. And it's basically a deep fake video of her saying like, oh, I can't wait. We're going to take over the world. We're going to take over. And that was like the nail in the coffin. Even more people started to invest in crypto or whatever, put their money into crypto.
Literally within minutes. Yeah. Like nothing like that would ever happen in real life. But literally within minutes for this movie, they're removing all their money from their bank accounts and investing in crypto.
Yeah, they're putting it into crypto. And so his wallet, he's like billions and billions and billions of dollars, like rich, whatever. So he's happy.
We find out where the Hillary Clinton stand-in is in league with Homelander.
Yeah. So Homelander tells Madam President, like, I was there. You're no war hero. I was there. My mates died, and you're just a coward. So he basically tells her like, I've known all along that you're a fraud. You know, you're not a war hero. You're like, I lost people there. I wasn't a coward. Do you know how it feels to like lose your people? You know, so he has another ulterior motive that's like very personal to him, why he hates her specifically. So then like he's like, you know what? I don't give a fuck. So he shoots her husband in the chest, and she's just like, no, oh my gosh, she's crying. And they start fighting. Okay, they start fighting. She kind of like gets the upper hand on him, takes him out, and he accidentally loses the crypto wallet. But Hillary Clinton grabs the crypto wallet. And I don't know how this whole thing came about, how she figured it out that Hillary Clinton was in on it. Because
all she saw was the woman grab the crypto wallet. It could have easily been perceived as she's grabbing it so Homelander can't get to it. Basically. Yeah. That's what I thought, but somehow it's like, oh, you're the inside man. Like,
yeah, okay, somehow she like figures it like clicks in her brain that Hillary Clinton is in league with Homelander, and she was the inside person, even though they all had already named an inside person, which was the guy that was like on the Secret Service. You know, so like that made sense, okay? And so she was just like, oh, you were the inside. You gave them all the information they needed to take over, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And Hillary Clinton, no fucking joke, says, you have my job. That was supposed to go to me. I've worked years and years and years for this, right? To be the first woman president. And here you come waltzing in, and they just give you the job. Basically, you're a DEI hire. You're a DEI hire. I worked my whole life to get to your position, and you could just stroll in and just be the first woman president, right? Like she called her a DEI hire. Like I was like, no fucking way. She called her.
Yeah, I was gonna say like he literally is like Hillary Clinton stand-in, basically. Like I was supposed to be the first female president, and here you come waltzing in. Like sort of like argument. I was like, okay.
Does she die? I don't know if she dies.
No, she was arrested.
No, she was arrested. Yeah,
you see her. You see her in an orange jumpsuit. Like because there's like a little bit of cutscenes like during the not cutscenes, but like end credit scenes during the credits, and like one of them is seeing her in an orange jumpsuit.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah, she's arrested.
So Homelander gets away, and like he finds the daughter. Her daughter is like going to rescue her. I don't know why. Like I don't know why. What can you do? You're a kid. You're a child. Yeah. Whatever. And Homelander finds her, takes her and ties her to a helicopter, and is going to escape her. Before he goes into the helicopter, he like looks and sees like another one of his mates died, and he's like, I'm losing all these people. And so he gets in the helicopter with the daughter tied inside the helicopter, and Madam President, the daughter's like, please let me go. And then the daughter looks up and she's like it's supposed to be this hero moment of Madam President in front of the helicopter with the gun pointed at him, right? And the daughter's like, my mom's there. And she tells him like, you can't go anywhere not without this. And he's like, I'm thinking, he like screams like a child, like a baby. Oh my God.
Which I'm thinking to myself, like he like even if he were wounded, he's still wearing bulletproof vests or something like that. Why didn't he shoot Madam President? She's standing there. Yeah, she's pointing a gun. She's
pointing a gun. Shot her and shot her. Yeah, he could have just shot her and then walked up over her dead body and grabbed the wallet. Yeah. And she convinces him like, take me instead of my daughter. All right. Yeah. They won't shoot you out of the sky if I'm in the helicopter with you, which implies that they would shoot him out of the sky with her daughter.
There. Yeah.
There. Really? Would they do that? Like,
no, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. No,
they wouldn't kill a child in the helicopter. They would not do that.
No.
But he's stupid, so he believes her.
Yeah.
Right? He's stupid, so he believes her, and he's just like, drop your gun, and we'll have this nice exchange. But no, she tosses up the crypto wallet in the air, and he's like panicking, like, oh my god, and she rams him. They have a fight. The crypto wallet gets thrown over the ledge. He tries to go and get it, but he doesn't. So he's pissed. So they start fighting. They're trying to escape on the helicopter, like her and her daughter, but he gets in there, and helicopter ends up tipping over. The daughter bites free of her restraints, goes and kicks him in the face. She punches him in the face, and he falls to his death. All right, he falls out to his death, but the helicopter's still going over. It's still going over, and the daughter saves the mom.
Yeah,
and pulls her up.
The mom stops him from shooting her daughter or something like that, and
Yeah.
the daughter thinks that like both her mom and Homelander went over the edge, but no, it's just Homelander who fell.
It's
Basically,
just
the
Homelander
mom's
who fell.
holding on. Madam President's
It actually looked like she should have gone down with him, but
the way like she grabs with two hands, and I'm like, how?
Yeah,
like,
she grabbed him with two hands and took him down.
Yeah, I'm saying, like,
but no, she's still hanging in there.
Yeah,
and the daughter,
time to take both hands off, stop him from hurting her daughter, and then go to grab the edge like this.
And so the daughter was able to pull up the mom. Okay,
Yeah.
This tiny child was able to pull up Viola Davis, and they're holding each other because the helicopter's going down, and she's like, "I love you, Mom. I'm so sorry. I love you. Oh, I love you too. Let's just prepare. We're prepared to die. You're in my arms. Everything will be okay." And this the special forces come to the roof and pull the helicopter.
Oh, it's not just the special forces. No, all the world leaders and the people.
Oh, I know. Yeah, like why were they up there? Why were they up there?
Steph, it's the Kumbaya moment. All the world leaders are coming together.
Oh my god! Like seriously, it wasn't just special forces up there. When they get the helicopter out, like they come out of the helicopter, and you just hear applause. And I'm like, who the hell is clapping? It can't be special forces.
No.
Who's clapping? Oh, but it
is.
It is special forces with all the world. Everybody's just on the roof.
Yeah, everybody's just on the roof. No.
So
which wouldn't happen, because when special forces would come in, they would get those people out. They would not go to the roof. Not hold together.
Yeah, they would have been. I thought that's what they were telling them to do. Like get out, go, you're free, get out. Everybody leave. Everybody leave. You know, and then they would go and but no, everybody's on the roof clapping. So then they go, they sign this thing into existence. So now we have a government backed or government funded, whatever, crypto for the South African farmers. Yeah. But it's not just for them. Anybody can go in. So we have a stepping stone to government controlled all crypto, stepping stone. But this is a good thing, everybody. Yeah. This is a good thing, right? And this woman has framed in the Oval Office the dress that she was wearing. Hold on. She framed the dress, put it up on the wall in the Oval Office
with the light over it to highlight it, by the way.
So she got her dress up there.
Yeah.
And she puts her sneakers in like this clear glass containers, forever memorializing the sneakers that she wore.
Yeah.
Because fuck heels.
Pretty much. Yeah. And I was like, that's cringe enough that like that happened. But like when it panned out that it was in the Oval Office, I was like, you got me fucking kidding.
Yeah. I was like, this fucking narcissist. What the hell? That's why I say I'm mad that she framed all that shit, but didn't get the hero of the movie, Manny. There was no presentation of an award. No thank you for your service. No special commendation. No, she's just giving a speech, and it pans to him, and he's just standing there.
Smiling. Yeah.
Smiling.
Like, proud of Madam President, even though he like single-handedly kept her alive for most of the fucking movie.
Yeah. Manny is the real hero of this story. All right. He is the hero. Yeah. But no, he's the quiet hero. The one.
And that's the movie, ladies and
gentlemen. A silent guardian. A dark.
Pro Kamala Harris. It's definitely a political statement, and it is amazingly bad. Again, like if you were to watch this, Chad, if you were to watch this, and I know Trey, I saw your comments that like you were like, since it's a short movie, you're going to suffer through it because it's only about an hour and 40 minutes, like without the credits, basically. But like you listen to Homelander in this movie, and you're like, that makes fucking sense. That makes fucking sense. That makes fucking sense. Like you're nodding, yes, that makes fucking sense. But it's done in such a way that like it's such a villainous move. it literally this movie is propaganda to make you support the government, basically to back the government. This is what this movie is. It's pro-government.
Yeah. Pro-government. Support your government. Support the president. They make all the right decisions for you.
Yeah, that's literally what this movie is.
Mm-hmm. Share my screen. Shout out to Manny. That's the real hero of this movie. Manny is the true hero of G20.
Pause it on the Oval Office so they can see the dress and the sneakers and all their glory.
Oh.
But yeah, so it's like, but like Viola Davis, like she still would get her ass handed to her, but she does still have some muscle to her. So she is more believable than most.
Oh, Hillary Clinton went to jail.
Yeah, most female action stars, basically, because she does have muscle to her. She still would have gotten her ass handed to her.
Look at them admiring. They're admiring it. You did the damn thing.
Yeah,
there's the dress.
There's the front dress. And there's the shoes. There's the
sneaks. There's the sneaks. Look at that. They're admiring it. You did the damn thing. They're just staring. They're just staring at the dress. The hell. That's right, family. I did it with the help of Manny because he's the true hero.
Yeah.
My God, G20 was terrible.
And we spent most of this ring talking about it. Yeah.
I know. 2 hours. Holy shit. I mean,
we do have some articles that we can cover like a little bit, basically. But I'm like, this movie was, it's on Amazon Prime. But it's like one of those where I still want my money back.
God, it was awful. I mean, I was just like, what the hell is this? Oh, it was
I did tune out in some parts because I legitimately cannot remember when she got pants. At one point, she does ditch the dress and she's wearing some type of military-esque garb while she's taking out the bad guy. And like I said, she's single-shotting these bad guys, like boom, 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 like without hesitation. And like, okay, this came on, like, I know, like, she's ex-military, basically. She would have had training, but at the same time, it's like it's implied that even with the training, have you read Red Badge of Courage, Steph?
No.
Okay, well, Red Badge of Courage, what a Red Badge of Courage is a wound, basically. Like wound in battle. That's what a Red Badge of Courage is. And Red Badge of Courage was written by Stephen Crane, and it's set during the Civil War. And I can't remember what the main character's name is, basically. But he joins, I want to say, the Union Army. And when he gets his first taste of a battle, he runs. Basically. He runs. Which is essentially what she did. When she got her first taste of battle, she ran, basically. So even with her training, she ran. And I'm supposed to believe that she found her courage and dug deep down and remembered her training to the point where it's like now she's Wonder Woman, Madam President, in this scenario where she's basically one-shotting like all these bad guys.
It's awful.
So
wait, hold on. I'm looking for something.
Yeah, so Red Badge of Courage. I read it in school. Because no. Yeah, I did read it in school, but I think one of my grades, I had the choice between either reading The Phantom of the Opera or Tuesdays with Morrie, and I was one of only 2 people that chose Phantom of the Opera. So I've read that too. And they were big guys too. She's one-tapping big guys who are wearing bulletproof vests. Like, some form of protection, basically, because they'd be really fucking stupid to not. But then again, you can't have smart people because you have to boost up Madam President. But yeah, they were big guys. So she took down big guys. And I'm watching this going, oh, great, yeah. Oh, I had to read Great Gatsby too. I hated that book. Again, I was like one of only 2 who did not like the book, and the reason why, and I was like basically the same as the boy who didn't like it, was that we didn't like the characters. I hated the characters. I couldn't empathize with any of them, so I hate the story. And I know you're not supposed to empathize with those characters, but at the same time, I'm like, I have to relate to someone, one character in this book to make me invested. And if I can't relate to any character, I hate it. I couldn't even relate to the narrator, and you're supposed to like him. Yeah, I'm stuck on the Churchill thing too. Basically, it's a retarded comparison. But yeah, she literally was compared to Winston Churchill. So yeah, but the writers, I don't know. Like someone was asking if like Vince Russo wrote it. Might as well have written it. But the writers listed on IMDb are Caitlin Parrish, Erica Weiss, and Logan Miller. The director is a woman named Patricia Rigan. I have no idea how to pronounce it. So it's a primarily female-written, female-directed movie.
And you can tell by all the talk about heels.
Yeah.
We got to talk about stuff tonight, Mara, other than G20.
Okay, real fast. We're not going to go through like all these articles, basically. But like, speaking of retardation, I have this. Well, let me see. I have a lot of tabs open up, basically. So let me find this article. Oh, come on. I know. Where is it? I know Nerdrotic shared a clip or a screenshot from the most recent Doctor Who episode.
Oh, my
the one
goodness.
That the Planet of Incels quote.
Yes, the Planet of Incels.
Yeah, that's an actual quote, ladies and gentlemen, because I was like reading this article. That's an actual quote. Because I scrolled down, because I was kind of like skimming through this Daily Mail article. And basically it says like Doctor Who's opened with a robot revolution where the new companion confronts like her spurned ex-fiance, now turned dictator. And he's using future technology to dominate a planet named after her, forcing society into submission to win her back. And she says in a swipe, she dubs it the Planet of Incels.
Yep. Doctor Who is like, this is this Doctor's last season, isn't it?
I think so. I never got into watching Doctor Who, any of the Doctor Who like seasons. I think this is supposed to be his last season.
Yeah. I've seen 2 episodes of Doctor Who, and I don't want to get into it. Like, I've heard so many people say that it's such a great show. But I don't want to get into it simply because this is where it leads. The Gary's video of like the top 5 ruined franchises. Doctor Who is the top one. I thought Star Wars was going to be number 1. It was Doctor Who. And when you listen to what they've done to Doctor Who in like recent years, it's insane to even think about. It's like, how do they still have fans? How do they still have people watching this show? Well, they don't, for one. There's not a lot of people watching this show. But for them to just completely turn their back on fans of this show for years and years and years and years, because this is like a generational show, I feel. For them to just go that way, shit on fans, because there's so many clips out there of like past doctors, recent doctors, this one currently saying, if you don't like it, don't watch. Literally like nailing the coffin line right there, because people ended up not watching it. But for them to just say like, oh, it's a planet of incels.
Yeah, it's like how on the nose can you be?
That's the number one insult of people online. That's their go-to insults for people who complain about shows like this online is an incel. So for them to put that in the show, wow.
You know what this reminds me of is Scream 5, when they made the whole motivation or the whole the bad guy, the bad guy in Scream 5, toxic fandom.
Oh, that's right. Yes, yeah, it was toxic fandom.
Yeah, that was the bad guy in Scream 5. And without name dropping Rian Johnson, alluded to The Last Jedi by talking about the 8th installment in the Stab series and shit like that, and how and basically toxic fans were like the reason why, they're the reason why, all this is happening. Not the Hollywood side, no, but we're the bad guys. We're the bad guys.
Yeah.
That's what this reminds me of. That's what this reminds me of. And I was talking to on in the Discord chat after watching Tombstone yesterday for a watch party. I was saying, like, basically what pissed me off the most with Scream 5 was when they had the audacity to say for Wes Craven at the end, like before the credits started to roll, because no matter what Wes Craven's politics were, he would keep them out of his movies, and he would never target fans. He would never target fans. Like, if you didn't like his movies, he was fine with it, basically, but he would never target the fans. And the fact they had the audacity to do that and say for Wes Craven at the end of the movie, that's what pissed me off. But yeah, Toxic Fandom was the villain in the Scream 5 franchise. Or installment of the Scream franchise.
Yeah. Whoever the writers are, I don't know. I haven't really like looked into anything of Doctor Who. Everything that I see of Doctor Who is either Gary or Disparu, right? Or maybe even some of like Az's videos, but like I don't watch Doctor Who. I don't keep up with it. They're the only like link to this show that I have. But this is just another example of like the people that are in charge of these franchises, they don't want you anymore. They think that they don't need you anymore. You know, they really do. They think that they don't need you. They think that they can create a whole different franchise, and people will come to the show. People will be introduced to Doctor Who for a whole different fandom will be introduced to Doctor Who, and they'll attach themselves to it. It's not happening. It's not happening. Shows that are like this old, that are generational shows that have fans that span many many age groups. Those are the ones that you want to appeal to. Like these people are like, we don't need you anymore. We don't want you anymore. We don't like you. So we want to make something different. We don't want to write for you, fans of the show. We want to do what we want to do.
Yeah.
So
and you have this article here. Doctor Who star says woke complaints mean the series is doing something right. Basically, so that's like we're also getting shit like that. Basically, oh, we must be doing something right.
Well, they like to upset. That's the thing. Yeah. They get a kick out of upsetting the fandom. That's like they seriously get a kick out of it. We saw it in She-Hulk when they did that whole Twitter thing. Remember when they came out after fans and they had like someone in their car, like they came after fans when they had like that introduction to She-Hulk, all those Twitter replies and people were angry. They had that whole like Discord group or whatever, or 4chan group of people that were wishing death on She-Hulk. That's basically them making fun of fans, of the fans that they don't like. They don't like fandom. They don't like that group. What they like to do is piss them off. So yeah, they think that, oh, if they don't like it, we're doing something right. They revel in that. They seriously revel in making the fan base pissed, which is so stupid because if you make the fan base pissed, they're not going to watch your show, and nobody new is coming in. So you're just bleeding fans.
You know what this also reminds me of? Do you remember when the most recent Charlie's Angels movie came out? Basically, the one with the
meme.
Well, basically when I think it was Elizabeth Banks, basically when she came out, it's like white man, this movie isn't for you, basically, that. Like when that article came out, and then when the movie bombed, it's like, why aren't white men watching the movie?
Yeah.
And like you just told them this movie was not for them. So, and you're wondering what it's like the same thing. Like they say this, it's like basically like this is not made for you. Why aren't people watching this? You just said this is not made for us. So why would we invest our time and effort into following this?
Yeah. And nobody new is coming in. And the ones that actually like do come in to watch, they don't stay. They're not staying. No. You're not bringing in any new or younger fans to this franchise. You're not bringing them in.
No. It's like when the whole shit started happening with the Star Wars IP, basically, I would tell people basically, yeah, we want to bring new people in, but to bring new people come in when they're told by the existing fans, hey, you should watch this.
Right. Basically. Or if they are or if new people are coming in, when I say that they're not staying, they're basically coming in for like maybe like a hyped up episode, right? Like, oh, we
or
want to
or to
come
get
in
clicks,
and
or to get clicks on social media, basically. Like if jumping on a trend and then jumping off when it's no longer trend, trending.
Yeah, pretty much like that. Like a hyped up episode. We're gonna come in for this episode and then leave. Like we're not gonna stay and watch. We'll stay and watch because social media told us to, or something like that. Or we're gonna jump on this trend and we're gonna watch like for this reason, or to clip something else out, or shills, yes, or shills. But you're not bringing anybody else new. Anybody new that comes in aren't staying for the long haul. Your long haul fans, you've ignored. You've punched down on them. You've told them that you don't want them. You've told them that if you don't like it, don't watch it. You told them it's not made for them. So they're walking away. Everybody is walking away and you have nobody left, which is why I think, I'm not too sure, but I think the show is like going on a hiatus or something like that after this season. I think. I'm not too sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's going on a hiatus.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I never watched Doctor Who, but I live vicariously basically through people who are still watching it, essentially. But never got into watching the show. But at the same time, it's like, I think it's going to be canceled. It's either going to be on a hiatus or canceled, basically. But I think I right now I think it's a hiatus, but it could be canceled. So it's because there's no numbers, basically.
And I don't think that's anything new. I'm pretty sure like Doctor Who has been canceled and they brought it back to like that's like the old.
There have been hiatus,
and then that's when you have like new Who coming in. You know, so I don't think that's anything new. But you know that the reason that they're going to either be canceled or go on a hiatus is because
no one's watching.
Nobody's watching. They've just shunned their fans and they've said fuck you. So nobody's watching.
Yeah. So it's like basically it's a hiatus. It's an indefinite hiatus, which has been done like numerous times in Doctor Who history. But when it was still being watched, it would go on hiatus while they were like pick a new doctor, and then they film this episodes, and then they have the new season drop basically. So that it would do that. But in this case, it's not because we need to pick a new doctor because this current one is leaving. It's because no one's watching the show.
Yeah. Nobody cares anymore.
Mara,
I have a couple of things you want to talk about.
So, well, I have the Power Rangers thing. If you want to talk about that real fast.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see what with the Black Power Ranger and the?
I did. Yeah.
But nothing bad. Nothing bad from the original Black Power Ranger actor. But this is what happened. Just to preface this basically, and the reason why the actor comes out basically. So, I'm just going to show this article first. So this guy, I guess, gave an interview. Power Rangers writer addresses casting stereotypes on hit kid TV series, and when he's giving the interview, he brought up the fact that for fuck's sake, go away.
4th, 1970.
Go away! I don't care about Kent State. That Zach Taylor was Jones was cast as Zach Taylor, the Black Power Ranger. He's a black actor, was cast as Zach Taylor, and Trang was cast as Trini Kwan, basically the Yellow Power Ranger. So normal people would look at that, kids. I was a kid, young watching it. I didn't fucking care. Basically, I didn't see the irony to that. Basically, but he's bringing this up in the interview where it's like we have to bring it up that that's racist irony, basically, where the black actor is cast as a Black Power Ranger and the Asian actress is cast as a Yellow Power Ranger. But again, no one fucking cares. So he brings this up in the interview. All right. So he brings that up in the interview. And he's like, it was such a mistake, basically. All right. And the reason why Trang was replaced midway is because she died in an auto accident. I remember that. So
that's actually not the reason she was replaced. And
she died not long after that, basically, but she died in an auto accident not long after that.
Okay, well, here's the Power Ranger lore, if you want the lore. Chui Trang was not the original Yellow Power Ranger, which is interesting. There was someone who was cast before her as the original Yellow Power Ranger, and I believe she was she got in there and she filmed the first episode. But I can't remember specifically. I'm trying to the original yellow Power Ranger. Hold on. I'm trying to get her name because let me see. Here it is. It was Audrey Dubois. Audrey Dubois was originally cast as the Yellow Ranger. All right. And she left the show before filming the series due to a pay dispute. So she wanted to get paid more. She didn't think that, I think at the time it was like $750 per episode. And she couldn't afford to do the show because like she lived somewhere else. That's right. It's all coming back to me now. So, because she lived somewhere else and they needed to shoot, in California or wherever they were shooting. So she couldn't afford to do the show. So she wasn't able to be the Yellow Ranger. So what's interesting is that was the original Yellow Ranger. It's not like they were thinking, oh, let's cast an Asian as the Yellow Ranger. No, this was a whole other person who was supposed to be cast as the Yellow Ranger. And since she wasn't able to do it because she couldn't afford, they weren't getting paid a lot. Like originally, that original cast, they weren't getting paid a lot. None of them were. None of the Power Rangers were.
Because basically the shots you would see of them in their suits, that was an actual Japanese show, basically. So you have the American shot scenes, and then they basically edited in scenes from the original Japanese show. So that wasn't even the actors in those suits for those scenes where they're fighting the monster. In at least the early episodes of the Power Rangers series, basically. That was not them. But
right.
But like the guy doing the interview, basically the writer was saying it was basically essentially saying it was racist. All right.
Yeah, it wasn't racist. Like they weren't even thinking about that back then when they hired the actors. And what confirms that for me is that Chui Trang was not the original. Like, yes, she is the original Yellow Ranger, but they had originally cast someone else before her. It's not like they cast an Asian actress and then replace that Asian actress with another Asian actress, because then you could be like, oh, well, yeah, well, maybe they were thinking of stereotypes. No, that wasn't the thing. The actress that came before her who had to leave the show, she was supposed to be the Yellow Ranger, but she had to leave the show because it was a pay dispute. They weren't paying enough for her to be able to be in the show. She couldn't afford to be in the show. She was getting underpaid, so she had to leave, and that's when they brought in Chui Trang. And the reason that Chui Trang left the show, if you remember her, so the Yellow Ranger, the Black Ranger, and the Red Ranger, they worked, like all of them pretty much worked tireless, like long hours on the show. And they only got paid $750, if I'm remembering it correctly. They only got paid $750 an episode. And it wasn't a lot of money. But like Bandai was making a lot of money. I believe that's what it's called, Bandai. They were making a lot of money from like their likeness with the toys. So when their contract for the first season came up or ended, and they were able to renegotiate, the Yellow Ranger, the Black Ranger, and the Red Ranger all like sort of came together, hired the same lawyer, and wanted to renegotiate their contract to get more royalties from toy sales. And they were replaced. And that's when we got the new Red Ranger, the new Yellow Ranger, and the new Black Ranger. That's when we got Aisha. That's when we got Rocky and Adam. That's when they came in. So like, and then after that happened, that's when I think it was like months later that it was either months later or like a year later or something like that Chui Trang died. She didn't die and then was replaced. That's not the reason she was replaced. Okay. She was replaced with two other of the Rangers due to they were trying to renegotiate the contract, and Bandai was like, no.
I don't think
we're not going to do that. We'd rather replace you. And I don't think it was a year.
I don't think it was a year. Like it had been like months later, because like they hadn't really like gotten into the new episodes with the new Rangers, basically. So she would have died that same year, like months later, when her contract wasn't renewed or whatever. I
don't remember exactly when.
Yeah, she died.
As far as like when she was let go from the show and when she died, I don't know how much time passed in between that, but she was not replaced because she died. That wasn't the reason that she was replaced. Daniel. Yeah, she died in 2001. Yeah, there's no way there's no way.
I know, but I don't think it was a full year because I don't remember the new episodes, or at least a lot, like at least because it would have been like almost like not a year's worth, but at least a season worth of episodes.
No,
of the
she
new
died
Rangers.
in 2001, and the Power Rangers aired in 1993. She didn't die. That's not why she got replaced. She got replaced because of a pay dispute with the they wanted to get royalties from the toys because that's where they were making all of their money. The Power Rangers, even like up until 2024, Power Rangers is like makes more money on their toys than Marvel, than Disney, than DC toys, than than Sesame Street toys. They're the top earners. Like they make billions of dollars a year in toy sales. So like they wanted a chunk of that change. They wanted that.
All right, I didn't watch Time Force, so yeah, I didn't watch that. Once it got like past Turbo, that's when I kind of stopped watching it.
But yeah, like the whole thing of like, oh my gosh, and they cast a black guy to play the Black Ranger. It's
but then the actor who played
Asian to play the Yellow Ranger. That's so racist. No, she wasn't even the original Yellow Ranger. It was actually someone who was cast before her. So like they weren't even thinking about that. They were just thinking, hey, these characters are like have to be this type of way. Who are we going to cast for it? And that's when like what is his name? The Black Ranger, Zachary. Is it?
Well, Zach Taylor. The actor's name is Emmanuel Jones, but the Black Ranger is Zach Taylor. Yeah.
Like they had to fit the personality type of this character, and they fit the personality types. Like that was like the whole thing. It wasn't because he was black. Like I think he's come out and said,
I'll show you the quote basically. Like it's like he's come out and said, I'm gonna see if like this shows like the entire quotes. Because he called it an honor. Basically, he called it an honor, and like there's I think there's this entire quote in here. It says, taking to his personal Instagram account on April 10th, my birthday, by the way, Jones shared a number of headlines from various outlets covering Oliver's mistake admission and responded, incredible how many media outlets picked this up. However, while some choose to seek out the negative, I've always believed in focusing on the positive. I understand the impulse to address what might have been seen as cultural insensitivity, but calling it a mistake would dismiss the impact it had on countless people around the world who found inspiration and representation in TV's first black superhero, morphing into none other than the Black Power Ranger. He probably exclaimed it wasn't a mistake, it was a milestone, it was an honor. And he said he also even sought out to be the Black Ranger. Because he said, I found it quite powerful. Because here I am, a young black kid from Detroit, predominantly a black city, and the time that I grew up was a time where there was James Brown saying loud, I'm black and I'm proud. So it's like there was a shift from being ashamed of being black to people being very proud of being black. And growing up in a black city and then becoming a black superhero in a black suit, I was like, let's go. This is perfect for me. The idea of me being a black suit never bothered me, he added. In fact, I was happy about it. When I saw it, I was like, I want this one. And they were like, that's yours. He literally said, that's my suit.
Yeah.
They basically
and like they take like all of these Power Rangers, all of these actors who have been a part of like the Power Ranger family, they freaking love fans, and they love like being the characters that they were in the Power Rangers show. And they're extremely proud of the Power Rangers show. So they're not going to put up with all of this like, oh my god, because this isn't the first time that like that's been brought up. Like a ton of people, they've tried so many times to like cancel the Power Ranger over the Black Ranger and the Yellow Ranger. They've tried so many times. It's not the first time that it's been brought up. It's been brought up so many times. It's basically a meme at this point, you know? So it's really cool to see him like, no, you're reading all these headlines. It's fake. I freaking loved it. I bet that they were trying to get him to say like, oh my gosh, yeah, at the time I couldn't believe it.
It was so racist.
It's so racist for them to do that. No, he is standing up and standing behind like, nope, I was the Black Ranger. I sought out that color. I was proud to be the Black Ranger. And that's what you want to hear. You know, that's really what you want to hear. You want to see these actors stand up and be like, I was proud to wear that suit, not lean into the victimhood that would be
No.
created if they said, oh yeah, it was totally racist. It was totally, it's so funny that like they weren't even thinking about that back then.
No.
And it's an issue now when
Yeah.
the Power Ranger fandom is still really huge and there's still so much love for all of these characters that it was such a huge shift when JDF like passed away. Like there, it was a huge, you saw like this huge shift in fandom because he was pretty much the heart of the, you know, of the Power Rangers. He basically became the face of the show.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
And,
green Power Ranger
like,
to white
you
Power
saw-
Ranger.
Yeah, and you saw like the fandom just come together. Nobody cares about, oh, the Black Ranger was played by a black guy. Nobody cares about that. Nobody, because the show impacted them so much that nobody cared. Nobody cared that the Yellow Ranger was played by an Asian girl. Nobody cared. Nobody cared about that. It's so funny that these articles get written now and they're just completely just dismissed by the actors and just like, how dare you? No, I freaking loved it. Don't try to turn me into some victim. I'm not.
No,
I love that.
Thank you for the super chat, Daniel. Like, Steph, you're such a nerd.
I
And
know.
Thank you for the donation, Daniel. I saw that. I got the notification, and I got a super sticker from Ragfear as a birthday cake. Thank you so much. Yeah, no one fucking cared. Like, I'm watching this show. I'm watching this share. I'm not putting two like those two that equation together and like, oh my god, a black actor is playing the Black Ranger. No, all I saw was the Black Ranger.
And you know what's even cooler is that what's even cooler is like the OG Rangers. They were basically, because they started the franchise, right? Because they were the OG Rangers, the Mighty Morphin Rangers. What is really cool is that they told them, like, you guys can stay on the show or come back as many times as you want. If you want to come back, if you want to be on the show again, or you can stay as long as you want. Like, you could. Yeah. And so, like, Zach, you know, the Black Ranger, like, he would come back multiple times. He stayed on until he didn't want to do it anymore, and then he would be brought back, and he's just like, yeah, I'll do it again. Unfortunately, like, because he was in the Power Ranger show, like, he was sort of like typecast as, oh, you're in the Power Rangers, all you can do, you know, like that being typecast in Hollywood. Let's talk about that. But you know, but he always knew that like Power Rangers would be a show that would be there for him. He could always go back to it. Because he was the original, he was one of the OG Power Rangers, and the door was always open if he ever wanted to go back to the show. There was always that thing with the OG Power, the original Power Rangers were allowed to go back as many times as they wanted, or they were allowed to stay as long as they wanted, which is incredible. Why don't they ever mention that? Why don't they mention that? They don't.
No,
because they want to turn him. Yeah, they want to turn him into a victim. That's why.
Yeah, and he basically said no. It wasn't a mistake. It was an honor, and he's literally pointing out, I looked at that suit and said, I want that. He's like, it wasn't a mistake, it was an honor. So he's, in a nicer way of putting it, telling them to back off. You're not going to make me a victim. I'm not a victim. Like, there was no mistake or anything like that. Basically, there's like, you know, so stop. He was telling them to stop it.
Yeah. I love that. And then what happened? Nothing. Yeah. Silence. Boom. He shut everyone down. Love it.
The only other thing I have, and we can, like, you know, we don't have to talk about it, and I can, like, I don't even have to bring up the article basically, but I don't know how invested you are in the Predator movies. But the new one coming out is like Predator Into the Badlands, basically. It's like it's from the same guy who did Prey, that shit movie, basically. Predator movie. And the stupidity I was going to talk about is that, like, it was either he or Elle Fanning was giving an interview, and they said, this is the quote, basically. Additionally, the reporter on the ground notes that Fanning revealed a key detail while introducing the footage. Something unprecedented happens in this movie. My character teams up with the Predator. So she says that. And I'm reading this I'm seeing this on Twitter. I got tagged in on Twitter, and I'm like, do all you fuckers forget Alien versus Predator?
I know. That just popped into my head.
Yeah. Or Predators. Because so first off, it's a fallacy to even say it's unprecedented, because it's been done at least twice. 3 times if you count the respect that Danny Glover's character got in Predator 2 from the Predators, basically, because he stood toe-to-toe with the Predator, basically. So if you exclude that, it's like 2 times that it's happened. But I was told this on Twitter. Now, I don't know if it's accurate or not. I haven't read too much into this movie, but apparently Elle Fanning's character is a cyborg, so she's not even entirely human.
Oh,
She's a cyborg. And I'm like, so not only is it a fallacy to say that it's unprecedented, like it's never happened before, but at the same time, it's like she's not even entirely human. So that's a lie too. That's inaccurate too. So you can't say it's a human predator team up because you're not entirely human. So I'm like, and I posted a picture of like, Sanaa Lathan from AVP, and like, did all you fuckers forget about this? Like, granted, it's not the entire movie, but she does team up with the Predator. Like, she does team up. They team up, and I'm like, the other thing that doesn't make sense is because the Yautja culture, like, you really have to earn their respect. Like, they're not gonna just team up with a human or a cyborg or anything. Like, you have to earn their respect, basically, for them to ever want to team up with you, basically, because their whole point is basically, how do I put this? Like, how do I put this? They don't kill just anything, basically. They kill, like, they go after what they feel is like a worthy challenge to them, basically. What they think would be a worthy challenge to them. On like honor and skill. So it's like, they're not going to go. So basically, like, for example, in Predator 2, this one character, this female cop is not killed because the Predator can see with his heat vision, that she's pregnant. So he doesn't kill her. Like, she's not a challenge to him. And she's unarmed, basically. She doesn't kill her. All right. And the only reason that the Predator killed Lance Henriksen's character in AVP is because Lance Henriksen fired on him. That's it. Because the Predator could sense that that character was sick. So he's like, you're not a challenge to me, so I'm not going to bother with you. So to say that, So to say the Predator would just team up with the human, I'm like, that doesn't make sense based on their culture. Because like you'd have to see her earn the respect of the Predator. So for you to say it's going to be like a buddy cop movie, the entire movie doesn't make any sense.
No, and I remember in AVP, I'm trying to like jog my memory of that movie because it's been so long since I watched it. But I remember in AVP, he earned her respect by killing an alien, right? Didn't she earn? She killed an alien.
Basically, yeah. So she, like I said, that's the reason why. Like, you have to earn that respect.
And he branded her. He like gave her the kill mark, one of the kill marks,
because she killed an alien. Yeah,
she killed an alien.
And effectively, it was kind of like a last resort thing because the Predator realized, I'm going to have to team up with you because we're going to have to fight the alien queen, and I can't do it by myself. So not only did she earn his respect, but like at the same time, it's like that's when they teamed up.
A xenomorph, yeah,
that's when they teamed up. So it's like so to make it sound like it's going to be like a quote unquote buddy cop thing, where it's going to be from the beginning of the movie, where like they're teamed up. It makes no sense. It's based off a comic, but at the same time, it's like there's nothing established beforehand for you to see. Okay, like that makes sense. So there's nothing established. Basically. It's like basically like the comic and like boom, like here it is. Like
Alien and Predator is not the first thing that jumps into the top of the list when I think of a buddy film, like a buddy cop film.
No. And it is based off a comic, but at the same time, it's like, again, she was adopted into the culture. So
is this
it wasn't just a team up, like she was actually adopted into the culture.
Is this animated? Wasn't
there is an animated movie. There is an anime movie coming out, but this is the movie it's not a sequel. It's not a sequel to Prey, but it's taking place in the future. Basically, so it's a live-action Predator movie by the same guy who did Prey, but it's supposed to be set in the future.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, there is an anime one coming out that I did not like the design of the Predator for, basically. But yeah, this one with Elle Fanning is a live-action movie.
Oh, so okay.
But yeah, so that's the stupidity I want to talk about with there, basically, because I was like, unprecedented. There's at least 2 instances where a human teamed up with the Predator before your movie. So it's
Mar, everybody has to be the first. Remember,
everybody apparently ignore the black woman, ignore the white man. I'm the first.
The first.
Yeah. But anyway, I know you have a lot to talk about, but what did you want to bring up?
Let's just go down the list. Wrong thing. Let's just go down the list. I have a whole bunch of things. This is pretty much what I was sending Mara earlier today. So Minecraft, all right, Minecraft box office April this weekend projected to make $80.6 million, which would be a drop, right? But Minecraft has already reached over $550 million so far from 77 markets. That's worldwide.
They've profited
Over
already.
$550 million from Minecraft. That's insane. But there was a drop. I think that it was a 50.5% drop.
That's about average. That's about
That
average.
is average. Yeah, that is average.
So
it's really bad. Like when we it's really bad when you see like, oh, it's an 80% drop or an 86% drop. I think
I haven't checked it out yet, the lore, but yeah, I know about that. Yeah, but it's like, yeah, it's about, that's an average drop basically. But
yeah,
still,
I think
it's like over $500 million gross.
Yeah, I think Snow White had like an 88% drop or an 86% drop. I can't remember, but
It's
a 50% drop is generally considered not too bad. That's an average. It's average for a new movie release as well.
Yeah.
Too. So, but the opening weekend was already so incredible for this movie. It's already reached $500 million, over 550 million worldwide. That like a 50.5% drop, an average drop in a weekend from one weekend, from opening weekend to the next weekend, it's average, but it still seems like it still gives the impression that like, okay, it's not really going to be a weak film. Right. This still this still has legs. It can still do well. But also, since this movie is sort of like also coinciding with a TikTok trend, after this week, I'm wondering, like, basically, like, there's still drops from weekend to weekend, right? A 50% drop isn't anything to be concerned about because the movie has already made $500 million worldwide on a $150 million budget. So a 50% drop isn't too bad at all for this movie. But I'm wondering, like, since it also coincides with like this TikTok trend, are those trends going to continue? Because I haven't really seen anything too new. Everything pretty much happened the first weekend. People were the first few days of it being out, people were like rushing to the theater to hop on this TikTok trend. And considering like now movie theaters aren't putting up with it, right? They have a no tolerance. You will get kicked out without a refund. And the cops are getting called, you know? So I don't know how long the trend will go. And it's already, you can already kind of see it like affecting the movie because it did have a 50% drop. That's not too bad. But like they really prefer like a 40% drop because that's not too bad. This one has a 50. So I'm wondering how it's going to do next weekend. The movie is still doing great. And the Minecraft director
weekend is Easter weekend, so might still be a drop of the holiday weekend, which means like if parents want to take their kids, it's
I think like I don't think it's going to get too much of a drop. And I'm wondering actually if next week it's going to have an increase in revenue because it is Easter weekend and the kids, depending on how their school days work. I know my nieces and nephews have a 4-day weekend. They have a 4-day weekend coming up. So are the kids going to be going to the movies? Are now because it's Easter weekend, are the families going to start going to the movies? Because I believe it was Chris Gore that said like 50% of this movie's revenue was walk-ups. That's a high number, right? That's a huge number. Most of the movie going audience for the Minecraft movie were walk-ups because it was mostly teen boys, you know, tweens and teen boys going to the theater and buying their individual movie ticket into this movie. This generation of movie going audience doesn't have like all the movie apps on their phone. They don't have Fandango because they rarely go to movies. That's why the movies are suffering right now. They rarely will go to a movie, but the Minecraft movie got them to go to the movie, and it's all walk-ups. So this weekend it might be a 50% drop, and I'm wondering if next weekend it'll be like a little, maybe even a little bit of a jump. That would be so cool if it was like a jump. We saw a drop and now we got a jump because of their weekend. It's Easter weekend. We got people out of work. We got families celebrating. I know my family used to go to the movies. So like when they were all together. So people could now, the families could start going because maybe the families didn't want to go because of the whole TikTok thing. because a lot of people
Yeah.
were talking about it, right?
Yeah.
So now Easter weekend, maybe the families will start going. Maybe the families will go to the movie, and it'll see like a little tick, a little increase. That would be so neat. That honestly would be really cool if that happened. Because the theaters need this. Like the theaters really need that revenue. But the Minecraft director reacted to the movie's success and the insane chicken jockey trend. The chicken jockey trend, like honestly, it's cool. I like seeing people get excited. It's when like they go super overboard
Well,
and they leave piles and piles of popcorn. Or
I'm saying it's one thing to cheer. It's nothing to throw popcorn, like whole buckets of popcorn and whatever at the
I mean,
screen.
if you want to do a little bit of popcorn, like it's a little bit of mess is to be expected. But like the videos that I was seeing, I mean, it was like mountains of popcorn. There's puke on the floor. Someone let off like a single firework. Someone brought in a live chicken. Someone was throwing drinks as well. There were cops getting called. The people were being loud. The kids were being loud throughout the entire movie. It wasn't just that one chicken jockey part. So like there was a theater employee who was body slammed, and those guys got kicked out and banned from the movie theater. Like there were insane things that were happening the first weekend of release. But the director came out and said, it's been so bananas. It's been way too much fun. People are sending me these truly hilarious speeches that a lot of teenagers are giving right before the movie. That's another thing. That's like the genuine thing, right? They have like their old Minecraft books that show them like how to play the game, and they're going in there and they're writing like little speeches, and they're going in there with like their axes and reading from the book because they prepared a speech. It's very heartwarming. That's very adorable. To see like the OG, like the older players of Minecraft going in and like giving a speech. That's actually pretty cool. So he's speaking on that, and he says, it's so hysterical, man. I'm staying up way too late. And what is it? Garbage Man Garrison. I think is that all he says about it? Yeah, that's all he says about it. That's all he says about it, but it is genuine. Like he loves that people are so excited. And I think that like I know that they were putting out this movie, and because like the first trailer got downvoted heavily, they sort of like fixed up the trailers, put out a new one, and that one got upvoted, right? They promoted it into the right market, which is the TikTok market. They did a very good job promoting this film to the right audience, and he's just happy. He's happy people are having fun, and that's how it should be.
Yeah.
You know, that's how it
Which
should be.
I'm fine with. I think the movie looks like crap, but if you're having fun watching it, more power to you.
Yeah.
Basically.
Let me see. There was another one. Where's it at? Oh, here it is. He said it's weird when you're having too much fun and the cops get called. It's funny because I think it's just literally cheering and throwing popcorn, which is so funny to me that the cops are getting called for popcorn. Yes, it's hilarious. I've seen so many funny videos. It's great, especially when people are climbing on their friends' shoulders, standing up and cheering for those moments. It's like this crazy anticipation, but man, I'm glad. I'm just glad people are making memories with their friends and families, and they really are. I don't think that like it's not insane that they're throwing popcorn around. The cops are getting called because of how loud they're being. So
Yeah,
that's one thing. Yeah, that's one thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. No, they're getting called because they're being disruptive.
They're being
loud and like and things like that. That's why the cops are being called, not because the popcorn is being thrown or anything. Like theaters can handle that. They can go, okay, like yeah, we're not going to refund you. We're not going to give any refunds or anything. They can handle that. I don't want to say it's like they should handle it, but they can handle it. But when you're being disruptive and it's abomination and ruining other people's experiences, basically, like people like actually wanting to watch the movie and things like that. That's why the cops are getting called.
Well, the cops are not getting. Well, they're kicking kids out for being disruptive. Yeah. Right. So the cops aren't getting called for the disruptive. They're getting called for they're throwing things at the screen, at the movie screen. Mm-hmm. So those kids, like the ones that are sitting in front rows, that are throwing things at the movie screen and they've been told and warned, don't do that. That's property of the theater, and we'll call the cops and get them to take you out. That they're damaging things, right? So they're damaging the movie theater. So that they're getting cops called for that. Another time was that someone wasn't. It was like a parent who was there with their kid who wasn't taking part in all this stuff, and he got popcorn thrown like literally at him, and so he called the cops for that. So when he says like throwing popcorn, it's that. I'm throwing it on, like, it was a full bag of popcorn that got thrown on a guy. Like, nobody was really doing anything at the movie theater. Like, it was a very quiet one, and he threw it at a guy. So that's when those cops were called. They were called for the kids body slamming an employee. The cops got called for that, and they got kicked out. The live chicken, so it's not necessarily just popcorn. They're throwing popcorn everywhere, which is, I think, that like what he's assuming. Oh, they got called for just popcorn. It's not just popcorn. Like, nobody was doing it, and they threw it at a guy. So, the guy got upset, and he called the cops on the kid. But like, they're basically for being disruptive in the theater, because there are like multiple parts from start to finish that are picked out when kids are supposed to yell. It is a constant thing, which is why like you see all of these videos or all of these TikToks of like, they paused the Minecraft movie. They stopped the Minecraft movie. And the reason they stop it is to warn the kids, like, hey, if you don't stop it, we're going to kick you out. They're not going to call the cops on them for being disruptive, but they'll get kicked out without a refund. But yeah, the cops are getting called for multiple different things. I think another one, someone set off the fire alarm at the theater. Like,
that's a crime, basically. When you do that,
so I think the cops were also called for that one kid that threw a firework in the theater. But like, him making it sound like, oh, they're getting the cops called on because they're throwing popcorn. It's not that. And ignoring like all of the really bad things that they're doing.
Before, like, makes it seem like all these theaters are overreacting by calling the cops and things like that on these kids. Like, no, there's more to it than just throwing popcorn, because like, at certain points in the movie.
Yeah. So them like getting the cops called is because the theater can't calm them down, and they're starting to like be destructive. That's when that's when like they'll get the cops called on them. 100%. I'm behind the theater for kicking out those kids and banning them for body slamming an employee. Like, like, kick them out. They should not be able to come back to the theater. Like, you shouldn't be putting hands on an employee over a Minecraft movie, know. So he is downplaying it a little bit, because they're not just cheering and throwing popcorn. There's also like some destructive things, but I understand why he doesn't want to touch on that, because that is bad press. The good press is that kids are having fun in the theater. They're getting on the shoulders of their friends, making memories. Like, that's all good and fun. I'm happy that they're having fun. But yeah, there are a few instances where the cops are called, but it's because it's for a reason. It's not just for we're making a mess in the theater and throwing popcorn. It is for a reason, but yeah, I think it's cool that, the creator of Minecraft and even Jack Black has said that, like, we have the coolest fans. They're coming out and they see everything that's going on and they're really enjoying it. And the Minecraft movie is successful. It is making a lot of money. So that's cool to see. We'll see how it goes in the next couple of weeks. I think it would be pretty awesome if it made, like, if it had a nice bump. If it had a nice bump in revenue over the Easter weekend, that would be cool to see.
It probably will. Like I said, families are probably waiting till Easter weekend because kids are off, which means they have like 1 or 2 extra days to take them to the theater and they can take them even during the day to kind of avoid later crowds. So I could see them having a little bit bump that way. Those reasonings. So
yeah. Another thing I wanted to touch on was that Disney World is offering a hotel discount to Disney Plus subscribers, slashing prices as Epic Universe threatens summer dominance. Dude, have you seen all of the videos going around about Epic Universe? Like, I can't wait to go. I'm super hyped for it.
I haven't seen all the videos, but I've seen enough where I'm like, I want to go see the Isle of Berk. I want to see Dark Universe. Hell, I would even go to the Mario one, the Nintendo one, because that looks like it could be fun. But I want to go there. Like, my mom and I were talking recently with like one of my aunts, and like we're telling like at some point we want to go visit Universal Studios, and we're like, that's where we want to visit. We want to go to Disney. We want to visit Universal Studios.
Yes. Yeah, Disney is panicking. Like they're seeing everything, all the work that Universal has put into Epic Universe, and they're like, "Holy shit, what do we do to counter this?" Like
Yeah.
all of the videos from Epic Universe, like a ton of reels, a ton of TikToks, a ton of stuff on Twitter. It's all going viral because people cannot wait to go and visit this new park. It's crazy how it looks. I mean, it looks beautiful. Excuse me, I'm getting the hiccups. It looks beautiful. So Disney's panicking and they're trying to, one, get some Disney Plus subscribers, and two, market their Disney resort. So starting June 29th through July 31st, peak summer, right? Disney Plus subscribers can book rooms at select Disney resorts for as low as $99 a night. That is very low for a Disney resort. That's super low. Disney is scrambling to retain its grip on family vacations as Universal's Epic Universe prepares to dominate the summer travel season. So Epic Universe opens in May. I think like maybe towards the end of May. I can't really remember. Maybe it says here. No, it doesn't say here. But yeah, Epic Universe opens in May.
I know it's May. I want to say it's
the 22nd.
20 something.
Okay, it's the 22nd. It has to be the 22nd. Yeah. For some reason, 22nd like popped into my mind. So yeah, it opens just in time for summer, and so many people are super excited for this park. I like look at this is Nintendo World. It looks incredible, and it's all interactive. I freaking love. Here's the Ministry of Magic. Apparently, this ride is incredible. The Ministry looks beautiful, by the way.
Okay, we're right, May 22nd. I knew it was like knew it was around there because I literally saw like an advertisement for it basically when it was going to officially open. I want to go to the Isle of Berk. Yeah,
this is my most anticipated section of the park, which is the Isle of Berk. I want to visit this park. I love How to Train Your Dragon. I think it's a bomb trilogy. It is one of the most successful franchises. How to Train Your Dragon is one of the most successful franchises. It's gotten multiple shows, multiple spin-off shows, a Netflix show. It has like I think six individual like little spin-off mini movies. So it's such a huge franchise, and I cannot wait to visit this. I love it. They even have and here's Dark Universe. Here's the castle that looks freaking cool.
It looks, and like you see, I saw a video of like the actress they got for like the Bride of Frankenstein. Basically, Frankenstein's monster. Like she looks like she's getting into character. She looks really good. Yeah, so it's like
look. I mean, look.
They actually look like they could be twins.
I mean, they're plucked out of the movie. They're plucked out of the movie. It is so freaking cool. This park is insane. The Ministry. Oh my gosh, Battle of the Ministry. What else? I don't know. I've been seeing this is really cool. They have dual coasters. They're like battling coasters. They're battling coasters. They're dual coasters. Oh, it looks so.
We have something like that here, like the park. Basically, it's.
Here's the Bride of Frankenstein.
Yes, I told you. Yeah, so it's like she looks really good. I would have had like more stitches around like her face, but like like to show like she's made from different parts basically, but or at least around like the hairline. But look at that.
I know. It looks amazing. Like all of the characters that I'm seeing out look incredible. Oh my gosh. How pretty. I mean, it all looks so gorgeous. Look at this outside. I think this is the entrance. Holy crap. It looks beautiful. This is a hotel.
Yeah. Like it's insane. Look at that. Oh. Yeah, like that's like to get into the because there's like it's basically a big area. It's like the 5 different universes basically. So you can like go from like one to the other, if I remember the map correctly. And it's just like you're entering a new world. Like I want to go there. Oh my
yeah, this looks beautiful. This is Dark Universe.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh my god. How cute. This is so cute. Oh, this is outside of the ministry, so like it's basically based on Fantastic Beasts. So
Okay.
it's from Fantastic Beasts. It's basically in France. Like if you like Fantastic Beasts, you'll recognize it. But they have all of the students from the different schools, which is really cool. I love that.
Do you think they'll gonna try the Dark Universe films again? If maybe, and I say maybe only if because they have the Dark Universe here as part of Universal Studios, they might do not when I say do something, not necessarily to tie into Dark Universe at Universal Studios, but to bank on the popularity of that park and maybe try to revive the Dark Universe.
Oh my gosh, this is the
maybe. I don't see them doing it really anytime soon necessarily. They didn't have a good start to the Dark Universe films, but I would not put it past them to see the popularity of this new park opening at Universal Studios and try to at least bank on the success of that and try to revitalize the Dark Universe movies.
I would love that. That would be cool. And you know what? I didn't mind Tom Cruise's Mummy movie. I didn't mind it. I'm gonna say it. Hot take. Look at Hiccup and Astrid.
Oh my gosh, she looks like Astrid. And he actually looks like a slightly older Hiccup, basically. Like Hiccup, second and third movie, basically. So
they are plucked out. They are plucked out of the cartoon. They're plucked out of the animated feature. This Hiccup doesn't look like Hiccup from the first one, from How to Train Your Dragon.
No, I think the second, third movie Hiccup, where he's kind of
third movie Hiccup has like some.
No, second to the third movie.
This one is second movie Hiccup.
Yeah,
this guy is second movie Hiccup.
Because in the third movie, he doesn't get the beard until
he has a little bit of stubble in the third one.
Yeah. So basically,
this guy is second movie Hiccup. This is second movie Hiccup, second movie Astrid. Yeah.
And she even because Astrid will punch him in the arm eventually. Yeah.
I love his voice. He's doing his good Hiccup impression.
If there's sound, we're not hearing it, Steph.
Oh my gosh, there's no sound?
I'm not hearing anything.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. I'm sharing a window. I'm sharing my entire window. So no, there's no sound. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah. Anyways, I will say it though. His voice. What? His voice sounds just like Hiccup. He does like a Hiccup.
And her dragon's name is Stormfly. Is that her dragon's name? Basically, I'm trying to remember her dragon's name.
Oh my gosh, I can't remember now. I'm so excited.
I want to say Stormfly.
Oh my gosh, hold on, wait. It is Stormfly. Yeah, Stormfly. Oh my god, I was like blanking. And he's a deadly natter. Yeah, Stormfly. Oh my god, I went blank. But
my favorite part with her dragon is when it protects was it Aaron, son of Aaron, basically that character that was Dragon Wrangler, and it protects him, and that's what makes him have a change of heart. I was
because he sees that dragons aren't their enemies,
aren't dumb brutes, dumb beasts. Basically, it actually protected him, and I was I love that part.
Look at this photo. Can you imagine taking a picture? Oh my god, so cool. That is some incredible detail. Look at that detail. Mm-hmm. So you go through these.
You go through individual portals. They're in the same area, but each one has an entrance, basically. So that so yeah.
You go through the portals to get to the different part. It's so neat. Yeah. I freaking love it. Oh my god, Rough Night! Look, they are plucked out of the cartoon. I freaking love it. Mm-hmm. I love it so much. Here's a Bride of Frankenstein again.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So yeah, Disney is totally panicking because Universal's going to eat this summer. They're going to eat their summer. They're going to completely take all the business away from Disney because people are going to flock to this new Universal park. It's amazing. It looks incredible.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait. What else did I have? I don't give a shit about that. Oh, did you hear about Grace Randolph?
No,
This is the last thing I'll talk about.
Okay.
This is the last thing I'll talk about. Fucking Grace Randolph.
She blocked me on Twitter, so I don't see anything she posts because I called her a bimbo and she blocked me, basically.
Oh.
And that's like that's me being nice because I could have called her a lot fucking worse, but I called her a blonde bimbo and she blocked me.
Grace Randolph at it again, dude.
Yeah, she's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I can't believe I never subscribed to Grace Randolph, but her videos would always get recommended to me, and every now and then when you have like autoplay on, it'll just start to play.
Yeah.
Right. So it would just like start playing, and this was like years and years and years ago too. She hasn't changed. Like the filter, the hair, nothing has changed.
You know, I always think of
her video format, like nothing has changed in Grace Randolph's delivery. Absolutely nothing. But I guess like she got in trouble after she hints that Matt Reeves may have health issues close to Chadwick Boseman's situation. And we all know Chadwick Boseman passed away from cancer.
Yeah.
So this was like the video. She said, if you knew what the whole video was about, like, why isn't Batman 2 getting done? Like, why isn't there a script? What is going on with this movie? And she says, if you know what Matt Reeves was dealing with, you just leave him alone, as I'm going to do. Right. So she claims that she has like this insider information. I mean, it's not a Chadwick Boseman situation, but it's close. And I hope it doesn't turn into that. You should leave Matt Reeves alone. And what's his name? Bo DeMayo, like the showrunner for X-Men 97, was really upset about this. And he says, Grace Randolph is beyond, this is beyond inappropriate of you. Do better. Matt Reeves has a freaking family that may not know. If you're telling the truth, then you exposing this is the lowest thing you have done. And I didn't know you could go lower than you have before. Shaking my head, do better. He also said, disgusting. Does she have any idea what she could trigger him to do? Knowingly reporting on someone's personal mental health struggles, knowing it will only exasperate and put that person at serious risk, is criminal and the epitome of those who can't do gab. Linking it to Chadwick Boseman is perfectly Karen in the park behavior. If this was a woman, she'd be crying sexism. It works both ways. Find another way to make a living, Grace Randolph, and have some respect. Creators aren't characters in your podcasting fanfic for likes. I hope you got your dopamine kick off of his struggle. I don't know what's going on with Matt Reeves. Like, I don't know if there's anything and any validity to this, but her saying that, like, is crazy. This guy says, day in and day out, Grace Randolph gives us more reason to despise her and somehow manages to outdo herself every time. Grace Randolph, please do the entire community a favor and find a new career. Another user. Oh, okay. That was another user. Matt Reeves has not commented on Grace Randolph's situation, and no details regarding any health-related issues have been confirmed. So she's just, if this isn't real, she's just making some shit up.
Yeah. And if it is real, I hope she gets raked over the coals for dropping it like that.
Yeah. So if it's not real and it's just like gossip that she heard and she's putting it out as fact, like, hey, if you knew what he was dealing with, just leave him alone. Leave Matt Reeves alone. She's basically exposing something that's not exposed to the public. She's stating something that, if it is real, nobody knows about this. She's basically reporting it.
She's putting his personal situation out there for the public. It's something that should be private. Between him and his family. She's putting it out there to the public. If it's real, like, that's why she should be raked over the coals.
Yeah.
Like, that's not her place to do that.
Right. And if it's not real and she's just, I don't know, guessing at, he might be struggling, or it might be, I don't know, but it's not a Chadwick Boseman. If this is fake for clicks or something, then that is disgusting, despicable. And she should be getting backlash.
There it is. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think, like, and if it is real, the fact that you put this out in the public, it's going to force Matt Reeves' hands to like force him to make a statement. When again, like he should not have had to do so. This is a private. This would be a private matter between him and his family. You know, that's it. Like if that really is true, it should have been left private. All right, because it's not for us to know, and that is effectively tying his hands. So, like, might force him to come out and actually make a statement.
Yeah, you're forcing his hand and making him come out and say something when it should 100% be a private matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so tacky. It's so tacky of her to do that. Really quickly,
it's on par for her.
I guess. Yeah. Really quickly, on the subject of like Disney and Disney parks, here's the new concept for the Lion King land coming to Disney Adventure World in Disneyland Paris. Like, I feel like all this stuff is coming out because they're just like, holy shit, oh no, epic universe, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think like Universal announced as well that, let me go back. Was it here? No, it was here. Universal had put out, or something was leaked or something. Where is it? It's up here somewhere. That Universal got the rights to, here it is. They're trying to do Universal Studios in the UK if they're able to. But not only Jurassic World, but look, Mara, the Lord of the Rings.
Which you would think I would be excited for. But at the same time, like, they're only doing that because of location, mind you. It's the UK, and that's where Rings of Power is being filmed. That's the fucking reason why they're doing that. That's why I'm like, bitch, you're not getting me to go there because I know exactly what you're fucking doing there. But at the same time, it's like, it's going to draw people because you have Jurassic Park, you have Lord of the Rings, and people are drawn more to Universal Studios than they are to Disney. Basically, for me, if I'm going to visit anything Lord of the Rings, I'm going to New Zealand.
Right, but this is also like Universal, and
I'm saying it's like, Universal. People want to visit Universal and not Disney, so they're going to draw crowds. I'm not saying that they're not going to draw crowds or anything. I'm just saying I know the exact reason why.
Yeah, but they're trademarking Lord of the Rings, not the Rings of Power. So this is definitely
no. I'm saying that the reason why is because Rings of Power is filmed in the UK. So I'm not saying they're marketing Rings of Power. They're marketing Lord of the Rings. But the reason why is because of where the Rings of Power is being filmed. That's why they picked the UK. Because they could have picked any fucking country, but they picked the UK because that's where Rings of Power is filmed. They moved the filming from New Zealand to the United Kingdom for that series. That's the reason why.
Oh,
okay. So they could have picked any country, but they picked that one because of that scenario. So they're like, I'm not saying they're tying in Rings of Power, but that's the reason why they picked that country.
Oh, okay. Well, they're trying to get a Universal Studios built in the UK, and having a Universal Studios in the UK would 100% be competition for Disney. Because I believe they already have one. I have to check, but I think they already have one in Japan. But I don't think they have anything in the UK. So
I think this is unprecedented, basically. This is huge. And what's cool is that they are kind of like making it tailored to the UK, which is cool. I think that's pretty cool. And look at the. I'm not saying this specifically, but the fact that it's in September, I don't know if they specifically did that then or not. But Bilbo and Frodo's birthdays are in September. In Rings of Power and Lord of the Rings lore, their birthdays are in September. So I noticed that. I'm like, motherfucker, you did that.
Well, there you go, Mara.
Yeah. September 21st or 2nd, but yeah, they're in September. That's their birthdays. So yeah,
I think that could be cool, and this would definitely be even more competition for Disney, if they're able to do this, like if they're able to build it in the UK, because I think like the original thing said like it was like pending approval. So. We'll see. But again, like Universal is just like, you know what? Disney has turned their backs on fans, and we are going to just scoop them up. We're going to give the fans what they want, and they're doing it. They are doing it. I love it.
Here, I'll say
This-
I'll say
and
something for you, like mail.
I freaking hate this. Is so dumb. This is so dumb. Disneyland Paris, like this is the concept art. Their concept art is so stupid. I hate Disney concept art because it never looks like that. It always looks, when it's finally built, it looks cheap. It doesn't look like this. It looks cheap.
No.
So their concept art is stupid. Mara, did you see this? The first HD look at Mahershala Ali's Blade as Moon Knight from the end of the What If season 3.
Well, Blade is not happening, so you might as well bring him in as Moon Knight at this point. It happened sooner. It happened fucking sooner than the Blade movie.
Like, is he supposed to be Blade? Blade was canceled. Why is he like
I know
as Moon Knight?
Blade was canceled, but now you have the What If of like of Blade being Moon Knight, and I'm like, well.
Like, I thought it's so funny. Is his movie already like supposed to be out? You know, like, is his movie supposed to be out, and that's why he's in What If? I think that's hilarious that his character's in What If. I wonder if he's voicing, because a lot of the cast will come back to like voice their respective characters in What If. I wonder if he's gonna voice it. I think that's so funny. Fatal J is like, what if is trash and this is trash. Total disrespect to Mahershala for not having his own film first. This is trolling at this point. And it is, because like Blade with him has been in production hell, losing director after director after director, never having like script.
And the rumor came out that it's finally asked.
Then a rewrite of the script, and finally it's just like, you know what? We're just not going to do it. Boom, done. And then this comes out like, oh, Blade What If season 3. Like,
I gotta laugh at that. I forgot to fucking laugh at that because like it's
trolling.
Because Marvel's under Disney, and I'm like, really? You're gonna act like you're gonna have like this movie's never gonna got off the ground and never gonna get off the ground because like you effectively have axed it, and now you're gonna release this when we never got a Blade movie with the actor, but you're gonna release it as if what if Blade were Moon Knight?
And then it's so funny because it's this Blade. Nobody's ever seen this Blade. And if you don't pay attention to like casting or, you know, Hollywood news or film news, then you wouldn't even know that Mahershala Ali is Blade. So for them putting this in, especially after we had Deadpool and Wolverine and we saw the old Blade, Wesley Snipes Blade come back, people are going to look at this and be like, who the hell is this? Who's this? Nobody's gonna know.
No.
So yeah, the Blade is canceled, but he's coming back in What If? He's coming in What If season 3 as Moon Knight.
The Blade was announced in 2019. It was supposed to originally be part of Phase 4, and then then, like I said, they got pushed to Phase 5, and now it's effectively canceled. Unless anything changes, it's effectively canceled. Yeah,
couldn't get it done, and this is the only Blade. Yep, Wesley Snipes said it best. There's only one Blade.
There's only one Blade. There's only
ever gonna be one Blade. But we'll get to see.
What I love is they got Deadpool and Wolverine got Blade back first before Marvel under Disney.
I know. That's insane. The reactions are so funny, man. I just want the Blade movie. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
This is some BS. They should give the people a Wesley Snipes skin at least. Yeah, nobody's gonna understand why Mahershala Ali is Blade at this when this comes out. Marvel out here mixing characters. It's like fan made mod. Blade as Moon Knight is wild. Well, that's the whole What If thing. Like, what if Blade was Moon Knight? Yeah. I completely forgot he was in the show because it was that forgettable. Moon Knight. I think they were talking about Moon Knight. I always forget about Moon Knight as well. I just thought that was funny. Also. So I just thought that was funny to bring it up. It's trolling. They're trolling. Poor Mahershala Ali.
We got dire wolves before we got the Blade movie.
I know.
Hey, Disparu.
Oh my gosh, he's alive. Disparu's awake. And then lastly, the live action Lilo and Stick remake is already tracking to open at over 100 million domestically.
Yeah. I see that I can believe because while I wasn't exactly sold by the trailer, it didn't turn people off like the Snow White trailers did. So I can see it doing well. I can see it doing well. I don't know about the $100 million domestically necessarily, but at the same time, it's like I can see it doing much better than Snow White. Because again, it didn't turn people off. It didn't turn people off. It didn't exactly, I don't think it grabbed people, but it didn't turn them away either. No. So I think they have a good chance of making us profit on this one.
I think so too. Lilo and Stitch is very popular, but Stitch as a character is one of Disney's most popular characters.
I love Stitch.
They make so much money off of Stitch merch. It's insane. So I think that a lot of people are going to go and see this. The trailers have been really cute. Everybody loves the little girl that's cast as Lilo. Nobody cares outside of, the Twitter outrage, outside of the Twitter people about the girl who's cast as Nani. There's been a lot of positive reception towards this movie. So, and it's a family movie. It's a movie that, parents.
The only criticism I have with the casting was Courtney B. Vance as Agent Cobra Bubbles. Like, he doesn't strike me as that character, basically.
Oh, no, yeah.
Small to be Cobra Bubbles. I would have cast someone like Ving Rhames basically as Cobra Bubbles in that role, someone who's muscular. Who
isn't he dead?
I thought that was what's the actor's name that played in Green Mile? He's the one that passed away. He's the one that I thought he was the one that passed. Which one?
No, he's not dead. Yeah, I would have cast Ving Rhames.
The actor played in Green Mile. He's the one that passed away.
Yeah.
Ving Rhames.
No, not Ving Rhames. I think Ving Rhames is a little too old. Terry Crews.
No, but someone that size. That was physically that size.
Terry Crews.
Physically muscular and having the name of Cobra Bubbles, basically. That, because that's the humor. Because you see this big black guy and he has a last name Bubbles, basically. So it's but you have Courtney B. Vance and that.
Your knuckles say Cobra. Yeah. I love that line in Lilo and Stitch. Your knuckles say Cobra. Yeah, I think the guy that they got to play Cobra Bubbles is a little too small. He should be a imposing, towering character. He should be an imposing, towering character. Really intimidating and really out of place for what his job is.
I'm saying that's the juxtaposition basically, because he's the one that checks in on them for not child protection services, but to monitor basically to make sure that Nani has work, she's able to support Lilo and things like that. And you look at him going, you look like you should be breaking someone's kneecaps, but but this is your job. And so that's the whole point of the humor with that character. So that's why you would need to cast a bigger muscular actor in that role for that juxtaposition. But cast Courtney B. Vance. That's the criticism I have for the casting. That's the one criticism I have for the casting, at least from what I've seen.
So his casting is a little bit I don't know about it. But so far positive reception.
It hasn't turned people off, so I can see it doing well.
I can see it doing well. I think that it so far, even with the trailers, it looks like shot for shot from the movie. If that's what they did, just the movie to live action, shot for shot, with a little bit of mini changes here and there, and not make it overly political, nothing about racism, nothing like that, then it could do really well. And if it is really good, word of mouth could carry this movie. But like I said, Stitch is such a huge popular character. It's a big he's a big money maker for Disney. People might show up just for Stitch, just to see him in live action. So
I'm not saying I would watch this movie necessarily, but that would be one of the only reasons why I would watch this movie, because like I said, Stitch is one of my favorite characters. I love Stitch.
Is adorable.
Because I have I posted a reel. I didn't post a reel, but I either shared a reel on Instagram, or I pulled it from Instagram and shared it on Twitter, basically, where it's a meme of the scene where Stitch throws the book at Bubbles.
Oh yeah.
He walks out the door and throws the book at him. It's if my dog doesn't like you, and Stitch throws the book at Cobra Bubbles. It's and I always share the maniacal laugh whenever I want to
I love
the maniacal laugh gif, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, this movie is gonna be good. Someone asked, how did me and Mara become friends?
I saw that. Basically, it's it was started with Fandom Menace, basically, kind of like basically.
Yeah, like we met online and then we started streaming together. We had a show with Drunk 3PO. Remember? Yeah,
Yeah.
we
It was Monday night.
Yeah, we had a show with Drunk 3PO. And it was we actually started like whenever he would bring up the Careless Whisper and we would look at like the girl photos, I started that.
Yeah.
And now everybody kind of does it like that. Yeah. I started that because I noticed that like my part of my you could still start to kind of see it. So I would just go like this and look at the photo. So yeah, but we did that, and then I think we streamed with like Ryan for a little while too on his Sunday streams. Like he would do, so like he would do his Sunday streams, and then he would like bring in guests. So like we would be on Ryan's stream for a little while, and then we just like, hey, let's stream together. So
because I had a stream with Lethal, it was like basically, which was like the Lethal and the Nerdy, basically, which morphed because he wasn't able to do it, and that morphed into Talk Nerdy to Us. So like, you know, like, and we've like, it's been like what, a couple years at least since like we've been like doing this.
I don't know. It's been a while.
It's been a while. And yeah, Tugs was on the stream with Drunk 3PO basically, but that's like how it progressed. Basically, we met online. It's like when the Phantom Menace had taken off, and like that's how we met, and started like being on other people's streams, and then like progressed from like being on other people's streams to starting Talk Nerdy to Us.
Yeah.
So.
And every now and then we'll like bring someone else on with us, but for the most part, it's just me and Mara.
Yeah.
We just chill. We vibe. And you know what's funny is that I have met almost everybody except Mara. Like I need to make a special trip. 2025, it's going to be our year, Mara. We're going to meet. I'm going to come to you. I'm going to go visit you. Because Mara like refuses to go to anything. She's so fucking stubborn.
I can't afford to go to
even
anything.
If you could, you refuse. Like she's so fucking stubborn. She's like, I'm not going to any fucking meetup. No. I don't want to go to any meetup. Like, yeah, she's so fucking stubborn. I have to go to Mara, basically. That's how stubborn she is.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. I'm like, you come here, bitch. I ain't moving.
Yes. She's so stubborn. But that's all I had.
Yeah.
Look
that's all you had. You had like more tabs open than I did.
I know. I had a couple. I had like, okay, so I had a couple of things like the Fantastic Four. I had something on Superman. And then and that's it. But look, do you see how prepared I was, Mara?
Like, I know. I'm saying I'm sitting there like I'm watching TV early this afternoon, and I like get the like notification on my phone, and Steph is asking like, is it on your channel or mine? And I said, and I got, you know, mine, LOL, 8:30 p.m. my time. And she's like, and then she's like, oh, I have some topics that like I could send you the links if you want, or I could bring them up on stream and things like that. So I'm like, okay, like what topics do you have? And she sends me this Russian novel fucking message of topics. And that's where I'm like, Jesus.
Well, I was preparing. I was preparing like ahead of time.
You were prepared like SEAL Team 6 to go in with those tabs, basically. Like,
yeah, I was preparing. I put them all on one window because originally they were on like different windows, different tabs, so all of the different subjects. I was prepared. I was prepared. And then I was like, oh wait, no, this is Mara's birthday stream.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, yeah. I didn't want to get called out for not being prepared again. So I was preparing. And next week, I don't even think we're doing a talk.
No, because you'll be away and it's WrestleMania weekend. So I basically messaged her. It's like, hey, by the way, I'm not gonna be able to do the stream on the 20th because I'll be watching WrestleMania. Basically, it's like second night of WrestleMania. So
so we're not even doing it next week, but the week after that. I will be even more prepared.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be on her channel. And I like place your bets if you'll remember. Place your bets. Because if Disparu, like you are like the one where if she doesn't message me, you're the one who remembers. If it's on her channel or not.
Look, I have it on my calendar, on my door. I will put it on my calendar. I don't have it right now.
Okay.
But I will put it on my calendar. So it's next time. It's on my channel.
Yeah, next time, which will be...
It took me years. Like, here's the thing.
The 22nd.
We changed it up a lot. All right? We changed it up a lot. Yeah.
Even I knew it was like your stream this week. Yeah, so next time we will be on 27th.
Even he knew. Like, Disper was like... It's you weren't prepared last week. Even I remember that. But we changed Talk Nerdy. It used to be on Saturdays, and then we moved it to Sunday, and then we moved the time. So that's why I'm just like, I always knew that Talk Nerdy was a specific time on Saturday, and then like we started like changing things. So I'm all mixed up now. I'm all mixed up. Okay. And then I moved, and so I'm just like, I don't know. Just tell me where to be.
I'm just gonna call you Hey pretty much from now on, because we used to do it Saturday, but then we were like, well, we're competing like with so many other streams that are on Saturday evening, so let's move it to Sunday afternoon, and then it conflicted with my schedule. So I mean, how about we move it to Sunday evening? So it's still on Sunday, but it's later on in the evening, and which worked out fine. And then you moved, again, so it's like you can't keep track of the time difference or the day.
But no, I got it. Now I know that it's like
I just wait each Sunday. Is this on your channel or mine? I'm gonna scroll my phone now, just like this. Like, where's the message? Where is it? I'm like, it's coming.
I mean, like, dude, I can't remember things that happened yesterday. So.
And yes, just Brew, I was watching your stream the last time when it was on your channel. I'm like, Steph, it's 10 minutes until I stream.
I know, so bad. Well, like I've been trying to. Like this time when we streamed, I tried to watch the chat a little bit more because normally I'm just like, please don't die, please don't die, please don't die. Please don't die.
Pretty much.
I'm trying to focus. Like, please don't die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
Yeah.
So today I kind of like, okay, I was looking at the chat a little bit more.
I did like the dragons. I saw, I was like lurking for like, a bit, but like I like the dragons.
We had baby dragons. I have a baby. Well, it's not a baby anymore, Mara. It got big. It went into a pool of water and it grew up.
Yeah, it's still your baby. No matter how big it gets, it's still your baby. Yes, it's still your baby.
It hatched in its egg. I protected it. So I sang a song to a statue, and the statue gifted me a dragon egg. And then I protected that dragon egg, and then it hatched, and it gave me a little dragon baby, and then the dragon baby grew, and now I can ride the dragon.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Although my dragon doesn't do cool stuff. Like Disbrew's dragon spits acid and can fly. Mine rolls in a ball and can climb plants, like with his tail.
I don't know. I would take both. I think they're cute. I love them.
They're adorable, but mine's not cool like that. Mine does like really retarded things. It makes sense that it's my dragon. Yeah. Damn.
The week Mara asks Steph which channel it's on, we'll find out what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object.
Oh my god.
But anyway,
no, Mara, and then like you'll change stuff up on me. So you're like, can I do it on my channel this week? It's like it's my okay. So we end up switching.
Every blue moon. Every blue moon I asked to change it. I'm like, once it may be in a blue moon.
We end up switching. I'll ask you like, hey, can we have it on mine? We skipped last. Can we have it on
Yeah, and never mind. She asked me, and I'm still able to keep track of that shit. Okay, it was on her channel last week because she asked me if it could be on her channel.
It's never the same thing. No. Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm terrible.
I'm just gonna find
that I have the retarded dragon.
I'm gonna get a clip from Moana of Maui putting the feed on the floor of the boat. And like, hey, just like looking and go, and it's pecking near the side of the feed.
I put that at the end of one of the videos, the gaming clips I made.
And like Maui just like gently guides the head to the feet. Hey, Sean, thank you so much. I'm telling you, hey. No, I'm just.
Well, that's why I was so excited when they came out the Lego hey. I was like, oh, I need it. That's me.
Like finally, me.
It's me. I identify with a stupid chicken.
Yeah, pretty much. But anyway, chat. Yeah, so next week, No Talk Nerdy to us. We're both going to be unavailable. So No Talk Nerdy next Sunday. I'll remind her. I don't think she'll have a problem forgetting because she's going to be occupied. But just in case, I'll remind her. And also, so a week from next Sunday, which will be the 27th, it'll be on her channel.
Yeah, I'll put it on my calendar.
Yes. So April 27th, when we come back from the little hiatus, it'll be on her channel. The hilarious part is that you two are still more organized than the FNT crew. Yeah. we're still more organized.
We still got that.
Yeah. We still have that going for us.
We still have that.
Yeah.
We're still here.
But anyway, so yeah. So thank you everyone for hanging out with me. Thank you for the super chats, the super stickers, the birthday wishes, and all that fun stuff. Thank you for participating in the chat, and thank you for surviving the EFAP we did of G20. I didn't think it would take as long as it did, but that was amazingly bad. That movie was so amazingly bad. So like, no wonder it didn't go to theaters. There's no way it would have made any money. There's no way it would have made any money. Thank you, Dimash and I. Happy belated birthday. Thank you so much. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, have a good so no talk nerdy next week. Yeah, I'm like, mark it on your calendars. No talk nerdy. Yes. I am the elephant brain. It's like she is the bird brain. So it's like I'm the one. Yeah, she's the goldfish brain. I'm the elephant brain. All right. So no talk nerdy to us next week. So take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your day or evening wherever you are in the world, and we will see you all 2 weeks from now. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.